Let's go. Let's go here too. Yeah, let's go. Let's go live.
Shall we? Shall we go live? Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hey, Alexandra on the TikTok side just became a member of the Gosh Heckin' fam. Hell yeah, welcome. Glad to have you. Glad to have you in the fam. Gabby, Jennifer, welcome. We got Beyond, Donna Johnson, Crystal, Emily and Brian Johnson, Bayfox, Prep Girl, Donna Johnson again, their CMD, our Squish Face, Tanya Downs, Kara Bites, Denise, Mel J. Wolf, April Fairbanks, Amy Bramson, hello, Jen, what's up, Fane, Vicky Alice, hello there, hey, Melissa and Sarah, welcome to the stream, Sissy, welcome, Pug Tatties, hello, Teresa, Lily Leo, Michelle Marshall, Jennifer, Gabby, Risa, Lunar Blade, Patricia, welcome. Hey, what's up, Ellen? Good to see you. Diana, hello there. Juliet, Diana, sharing the stream. Thanks so much for the share. Greatly appreciate the love there. What's up, SOS? Sis, is Sis, right? I'm trying to remember. Dark Angel, hello. Ben with the share. Thanks so much. Fane, hello. Katisi, Kayla, Sergeant Mac, what's up, brother? Brandy, Quiet Netter, Jerry Hill, Megan, hello, welcome, everybody. Denise going with the drum corps. Favorite summer memory, I bet. Man, the corps, it'll make you a hard ass too, like sleeping on gym floors, no AC, no nothing. Like, you come out of that thing a hard ass, right? A hard ass. We do have a goal of 4K bolts to get us started here to get Candy Thunder up in the stream. Brian sending the first one through there. Quiet Knitter, Jerry Hill, Diana Galvin, and Fane sending the heart me's through as well. Thanks so much for that. Beyonce is probably my first dates with my now husband from 17 years ago. We were 15 going to Project Revolution 2007 at Six Flags. That's awesome. April, kids going back to school. You say JK. I know the truth. I know the truth. By the way, Beyond, didn't forget, you were our top gifter before we left to go on vacay, and we do have something that we're going to send you. It's going to go out like next week, though. So, did not forget you. Fane dropping 50 bolts there. Brian sent another 10 through. Thanks so much. Charlotte from England. Hello there. Beach Days with the fam, Candy Thunder says. Yeah, I like that. A long time ago. Smoky Mountains. Yeah, Smoky Mountains really good, too. Kayla extended vacays with the extended family. I'm saying extended vacays. That works too. What's up, Myra? Good to see you. Hannah Louise, hello. Diana, when you're a kid running around the yard with sprinklers. Nice. Amber, hello there. Thanks for being here. Have Courage used to go to a summer camp that was like a desert, so they'd bring a fire truck to spray the hose and we could play in the water. Now all you have to do to enjoy that is be part of some kind of sit-in protest, right? Bay Foxing in the summer in Texas when you were living with your dad's parents, getting to know them and your aunts and cousins a lot better. That's very cool. And that's something we actually saw. We saw a lot of during our trip too. We had 14 people in a house. So the kids getting to play with their cousins and hang out. And it was cool. It made my heart happy. Amber Dawn going to see family. Janine having fun outside with the friends. Dylan, summer at the cabin. Still your favorite place. Nice. You know what's funny is that since we got back, like I personally, Candy Thunder, have had zero desire to like jump in the pool. Even though it's been like 95 degrees, it's been like, yeah, we've had enough swimming for a little bit. We're probably going to have to enjoy that a little bit more before school gets back in though, especially with Navy. Especially. Honey Bear surgery went well. That's awesome. Except for the hearing the whole thing drill and all. Yeah. Oh. So she got the text 3 minutes before the vacation live ended. I'm sorry. We're still like we've been in the process of trying to set up the new service, and that fell apart after 2 months worth of conversations with their tech support. It's not going to do what we wanted it to do, so that's fun. Now we're just piecing it together from a few different providers. Candy Thunder in chat on the YouTube and TikTok side. Make sure you give her a hello there. Elise says shocking, but it's like 75 in the St. Louis area today. Slept with the windows open. It's like, it is nicer today. It's still like 88. So it's like 10 degrees cooler today than it was yesterday, though. Mags, sorry to hear that. All the love going out to you. just said goodbye to her terrier yesterday. All the love heading your way. I know that's not an easy thing. Likes bar. Is it not working? That's because I didn't open that program. Un momento. It will be functional momentarily. Also, something new. Something new that I have attempted to do on there, and there it is. On the TikTok side, at least, we are now showing the top 3 gifters up in the top right corner. You'll be able to see those throughout the stream here as well, and it will help us keep a little bit better track too. Look at that. Testing some different tools out here. Ellen says it's hot. It's hotter than Satan's taint down in Texas. And I imagine that's really hot. You know. Mags, of course. All the love. All the love. Yoko, you enjoy having YouTube on Wednesdays? We plan on keeping it this way. We plan on it. I got to tell you, Ellen, I don't know how the humidity is down your direction, but, we came back to 95 degrees here in Southwest Missouri. And what was it in Florida? It was like 90s, lower 90s. It wasn't like crazy hot temperature-wise. But the farking humidity down there is just like breathing soup. Yeah. It was wild. What's up, Frosted Flakes? That's about 80 there in Ohio. I'll say, as long as that's not friggin' humid. Also, I noticed as soon as we got back how much better my beard behaves here without that crazy humidity. Down there, it was like crawling up my face all the time. I had a Baratheon beard nonstop. Aunt Sue dropping 100 lightning bolts there. Frosted Flakes dropping 10 there as well. Also, Frosted Flakes dropping the heart me. Grimson and 155 through. Anna Hartman, Opal, Christian Museum Girl, Brooke, Grim, Tony Spark dropping some there as well. Annie Butcher, Myra Catalina, Kelly Kell, Janine, Opal, Fane, Brian, The Quiet Knitter, Jerry Hill, Dark Angel, Candy Thunder, Aunt Sue. Thanks so much. 108 over the weekend. Annie Hay. Ooh. 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 Willow, can you like the YouTube layout better? Kayaking with a girlfriend, Yoko? Or with girlfriends? That's awesome. We talked about one of our next adventures. We really want to go probably Pac Northwest. We really want to go like whitewater rafting. That would be fun. As we say that, as Candy Thunder right now is struggling with an injury from tubing on the boat, 2 months ago or something. It's like a lingering injury now that's really starting to bother her. So we say we want to do that. It'll probably be a while. Anna Hartman, favorite summer memory, going to London, Paris, and Barcelona with classmates when you were 16. I never did it. I never did the study abroad thing or the summer travel thing, and I wish I had. And Elisa, hey-o! Caught a Wednesday live. There you go. Seattle tour. I would love to go. Never been to Pac Northwest. Never been. No muggy or super hot weather there. Yep. Would love to go. Beach strolls at sunset. Shinryoda. Yes. Oh, man. Mags says, please see her. She's planning on going to an orthopedic doc. We've been talking about a chiropractor, but we think it may be a bit more serious. So, Amber mudding in the Jeep. There you go. Take lots of tarps. Oh, for camping. Yeah. Elise. You just start expecting bad weather to follow behind when good weather comes in. But I agree. Last night, Navy and I were trying to do bubble wand things in the driveway, and the wind started picking up so heavily. I'm like, oh, here it comes. We've got new stuff coming in now. Kia, walking to the public pool with a bunch of friends to swim. That's fun. I actually had a video shoot yesterday here in Joplin as part of the day job. I had a video shoot for a couple of hours at the public pools for the city here. And that was fun. It was hot. It was very, very hot, but it was fun. It looked like I swam by the time I was done. I didn't. I was just sweating that much. Wyoming Willowicken. That's awesome. Hey, Gemma. Annalisa, miss any weather other than hot. Seeing a tease in the rain last Saturday in NYC. Nice, Bex. Ooh, Ms. Burry. Last summer, Maui. Never been. Candy Thunder's been. I mean, she lived in Hawaii for a while. It's part of her Army brat journey. I would love to go. Someday. Debbie skated by us. Jennifer had a baby this summer. Nice. Oh, man. Tell you what, I imagine as a lady, like a summer baby is very difficult. Because when you're reaching the end of your pregnancy, like when you're at your biggest and most uncomfortable, it happens to be when it's really hot, right? And that can't be fun. And then also, when you're trying to care for your baby, your brand new baby, with the intense summer heat, that's not fun either. Holy crap, Michelle Mybell, happy gosh heckin' birthday. 44 today. That's amazing. Happy birthday. Jim, we just missed Debbie. We bugged out like the day it was starting to arrive. And it's still like that, the area that we were in wasn't in the direct path, but it was getting a lot of the spin-off stuff. We'd had to have a couple of severe storms blow through while we were there and lost power a couple times. Yeah, we went a good chunk of a day without power. Nephew's 22 today, Farrell. That's awesome. Happy gosh, happy birthday to him. Fairy, Tony Spark, Hannah Louise, CT Civil, Brandy Hicks Davis, Ellen B. Adri, Hannah Louise again there, Ennis Moon, Hannah Louise, Frosted Flakes, Candy Thunder, Abby, sending the gosh heckin' bolts through there. We have Dark Angel in the number one spot on the TikTok side, if that graphic is correct. Ashley, birthday on Sunday. Happy early gosh heckin' birthday to you. That's amazing. Brandy Hicks Davis, just below Atlanta. It was mostly south of Georgia. Yeah, I think it was curling back east, right? But it was east of where we were in Florida. Niso, birthday is next week. Nice. What day next week? Bay Fox celebrating finishing the 2 presentations you needed to record. There you go. Knock it out. Getting shiz done. Yesterday, I was in that kind of mode too. It was like knocking things out just one after the other. It feels really good to check things off the list, right? Also, this doesn't have anything to do with privacy in China, but I am studying because I have on Friday my exam for the FAA Part 107 drone pilot exam, so that I can do that myself here for the day gig. And I've been studying my butt off, studied over vacation as well. I'm in practice, like full final practice exam mode this week. I'm just hammering it every day, and am rocking it out so far. But still studying my butt off. You know, thought I needed to take up another thing. The History Lady sending the heart me through. Also, some lightning bolts there as well. Minions Den, Jerry Legal 4th Fairy. Thanks so much. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Let's get this party started. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. It's about to get better because we're going to read some stories about some dirty a-holes. Not like physically dirty, like needle wiping. Like, you know what I mean. Coming up, we have stories about awkward friend trips, money disputes, wedding photography dilemmas, dirty dishes, difficult sleep schedules, overpriced paintings, snack sharing debacles, a spicy story, a cake story, and a best of Redditor update story with the husband and wife's side both of the story. Heck yeah, let's go. First goal, of course, is 4K Bulls to get Candy Thunder up here. Although we've decided to name her Tandy Thunder today because she is sun-kissed by the beach. She has her golden shimmer going on here. Candy, Tandy, Dandy Thunder will be joining us shortly after we hit that 4K Bolt goal, which is going to be fantastic. Make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube side to stay up to date on all the latest content. As a reminder, everything gets posted on the YouTube side. Only a cherry-picked few get posted on the TikTok side. The next live we have, which will be this coming Sunday, but the next Wednesday, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Make sure you're ready for next Wednesday's live because it is going to be the 2-year channelversary. That's right. Next Wednesday, we are going to celebrate 2 years of this channel, which seems, I can't really wrap my head around it, that we've been doing this for 2 years. We haven't been doing lives for 2 years, but we've been creating content for 2 years. And I don't know how the hell that happens. I imagine I'm a lot more gray since we started. Gotta be. It's like the presidency. You just age like in an accelerated state when you become a content creator, I think. Yes, August 14th, starting at 3 p.m. on the TikTok and YouTube side. Make sure your calendars are marked. Ellen saying, I watched when it was Reddit said it. That's the OG days. We're working on some fun stuff for it. You don't want to miss it. It is going to be extra times 2 special. Remember, it is free to subscribe on the YouTube side. If you aren't already, we'd appreciate you hitting that subscribe button on the YouTube side, especially if you're new in chat, watching the live on the YouTube side today, and it is the first time you're seeing this show. Welcome, first of all. Glad to have you here. My name's Dusty. We read stories from Reddit. We talk about how big of an asshole, which we say astronaut, how big of an asshole somebody is, and we have a really good time. So hang in there. It's going to be fun, and we're going to be streaming until about 5 p.m. Central Time today. So we do a 2-hour show. We do it Sundays at 9 p.m., 9 to 11 p.m. Central, and Wednesdays 3 to 5. Reminder today, keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody, of course, is allowed to have their own opinion. We want you to. You're going to have your own opinion because you have your own life. You've lived a completely different path than I have. We're going to see things differently. That's a good thing. One of the things we really like to work on here is being able to offer up those differing viewpoints in a non-bitchy, shitty way. So we like to do that as adults here. Be civil. Be respectful in chat. Also, don't spoil any stories that you know or you've heard before. In either of these instances, if you throw caution to the wind, you will be muted and eventually possibly booted. So let's just not do that. I'd like to have you here, and I'd like to make it fun for everybody. So let's do that. We are going to be playing the story game again today. We're going to read the title, and then we'll do a quick poll so that we can figure out or guess how big of an asshole we think OP or the subject of the story is. It'll be a 1-minute poll, and then we'll get into the story, which is going to be a damn good time. And with that, get out your brooms. I don't know what it is about like funk music, but it's got my number. And Chris Museum Girl Candy Thunder dropping some lightning bolts there too. We've got Space Mama? SPC3 Mama? I think I've read this name before and I had it figured out at one time, and now I'm like, I don't know what it says. Hannah Louise, Tony Spark dropping bolts there as well. Tara Crawford sent the gifted sub over to Space Mama. Space 3 Mama. SPC3. You're going to have to let me know like what it says and how to phonetically not butcher it. Shaz, Opal, Fairy, Samantha, and Elisa, Minions Den, Samantha, again there, Eli, Candy CLKB, Honey Bear, Shaz, Opal, Katisi, Ellie, Mungao, Ms. Kitty, Honey Bear, Heather, thanks so much for the love. Boo Boo, Brandy Hicks Davis, see you there as well. Thanks so much. Let's dive in. Let's do it, shall we? Let's do this. All right. You guys ready? Story number 1. Here we go. We're at 2K of 4K bolts to get Candy Thunder up here. Yeah, rock and roll. 2-year merch? Yeah, of course. Of course. It's been a while since we dropped new merch too. So yeah, there'll be some fresh merch for you. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one comes from the AITA subreddit, I think. Yes, it does. Look at that. And this one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Leaving the Trip Early After My Friend Embarrassed Me at Dinner? This title sounds familiar. I hope it's not one that we've already read. Title again before we start the poll. Am I the astronaut for leaving the trip early after my friend embarrassed me at dinner? Let's go ahead and start the poll here on the TikTok side. YouTube side, please comment your rating. And poll has started. For those of you who are new here, let me explain what we're doing right now. So this is the scale. It's called the Ask On scale that we use to rate how severe of an asshole somebody is in a story. So right now, OP, the original poster, is asking, am I the asshole for leaving the trip early after my friend embarrassed me at dinner? And we can say, yeah, you're the worst, which is Ask On 1, which is you're just a terrible human. You're a real piece of shit. Or we could go to the exact opposite end here and say NTA, which isn't on this scale. But if they are a little bit of an asshole, they could have done it differently, which is 4, should have done it differently, which is 3, 2 is you definitely shouldn't have done it, and 1 is just you're the worst. So NTA exists. There's also ESH, which is everybody sucks here. And then we've got some modifiers too, but you'll learn about that as we go. Looks like everybody's running hard at NTA here. Am I the astronaut for leaving the trip early after my friend embarrassed me at dinner? Oh yeah, I got to vote too. Forget. You know, everybody's going NTA. I got to go different. I got to go different. Just to shake things up here. 73% of voters on the TikTok side went NTA. I'm going to go ask Con too. Just because I feel spicy today. I'm feeling spicy. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Last year, my friend Kelsey moved to a new city about 4 hours away. She invited me up to stay the weekend, and I said, sure. While planning, she asked what I wanted to do. I said, I don't mind. She could arrange whatever. As long as I can hang out with her, it's all good. The one thing I did plan for us was to go to a concert that Sunday afternoon that both of us were looking forward to. Saturday, we went out into the city and we were walking around. She'd point to various shops and I'd say, sure. We'd go in, look around. I thought we were having a good time. She did ask me a couple of times what I wanted to do, and I said I didn't know. If she knew of anything fun, let me know. But I also said just what we were doing was nice. All in all, we walked around, got a bite to eat, looked at a few shops, and then it was time for dinner with her family. We were supposed to meet them at a specific train station. However, they missed their train. Kelsey seemed irritated, but I figured it was due to that and worried that we'd miss our reservations. I was trying to assure her it'd be okay, even called the restaurant to say we'd be a little late. When her parents arrived, however, she went and sat next to her mom on the train, glaring at me the entire way to the restaurant. I was really confused as it was a 180. Okay, we'll red flag that. As OP is red flagging this, where she's like, the fuck? As we were sitting down to eat, her mother asks what we did that day. Before I can speak, Kelsey says, nothing. She didn't know what she wanted to do. Okay. I think arranging the activities was on her, was it not? Get a red flag for that? I chuckled a little and was gonna say I had a good time when Kelsey interrupts and says, it's not cute. It was actually really annoying. I was taken aback because she said nothing about being annoyed all day. She was making little jabs at me for not coming up with ideas. Even her parents were side-eyeing her. It was pretty embarrassing. I really didn't know what to do. If she had said something earlier, we could have talked, but I didn't want to make things more awkward for her family. The whole dinner, she gave me nasty looks. Eventually, we part ways with her family and go back to my hotel. She's still irritated. I asked where this came from and why she didn't bring it up all day. She told me that it shouldn't be on her to plan this. I was taken aback because never once did she ask me to plan anything. Come morning, I reached out to her to ask what time we were leaving for the concert. She gave me an attitude. I finally said, you know what? I'll forward your ticket and sell mine. If you're still this irritated with me, I don't think we should go. Suddenly, she started crying, saying that I was being unfair, that I should just apologize. I said I did apologize at dinner and the hotel for not coming up with things to do, but I was also happy with what she did and she should have communicated better. I did as I promised and left. I was able to get a refund from the venue for my ticket. I got an early train back. Kelsey is still very upset with me and says she wasn't wrong. Am I the astronaut? Before we dive into this, relevant comments. One, from OP, she invited me there for a weekend. I said yes, then said I had heard about a concert for one of our favorite bands playing in that area that Sunday. We should go. She agreed. And I contacted her not to ask what time we needed to go, but what time she wanted to leave because I was stopping by her place with the Uber to pick her up. So why would I show up randomly without her being ready? That's what I was calling to do. We already had lunch plans instigated by me for after the show. As you said, she did not communicate well. I was truly fine with what we were doing. I wish she had said something sooner if she wanted more, but she didn't. I'm not a mind reader. 2. I have acknowledged that my actions upset her, as stated in my post. I did apologize twice, saying I'm sorry I didn't realize I was being annoying and said I wish I had known so I could have done better in the moment and that I would next time. That being said, it'd be nice for her to also acknowledge that I couldn't read her mind and that she could have communicated better. I have reached out to her since. I texted her to let her know I got home safely, as she asked me to before I left, and asked how the concert was. She didn't respond. On Monday, I reached out and said I'd be willing to discuss it more so we could hear each other out. She said she did nothing wrong, so there's nothing to discuss. That's when I made this post, and since then, she's texted me about random things unrelated. So I'm not the one who can't admit that I didn't handle it right. As I said, I apologized, and I'm not looking to lose my friend. It doesn't even seem like what's happening It doesn't even seem like that's happening as we're still talking. I would like to have one more conversation so I could share my side as well as how much her actions also hurt me, but it's typical for her to not want to hear that. I'm asking if I was the asshole for leaving, not denying that I annoyed her or anything. I'm also pointing out that she should have or could have communicated better, and regardless, it wasn't fair what she did to me, especially as she hasn't apologized, but I can't force her to. I haven't even asked her to. But given that she won't speak to me about it, I guess she feels there's nothing left to say and she can have the final word. Okay, that's the end. What do you think? By the way, 3681 out of 4K to get Candy Thunder up here. Raven says that's not your friend. I agree. We'll dive into that a little bit more here momentarily. Magic Drop. By the way, enjoyed your stream. I jumped in for a minute and said howdy. I hope you keep it up. ZFA, we just finished the first story, and we're actually just finished reading the first story. Now we're getting into it. This is bullshittery to the nth degree. This friend, yeah, I agree it's not your friend. This friend enjoys having you as, I'm not going to say a plaything, but it seems like you're more of an accessory. This friend does not value you as a person, seemingly, based on what we've seen and what we've heard from you so far. This is somebody who likes having someone to go do things with, but they don't really want to put any effort into anything. As discussed at the beginning of this post, you were coming to visit her because she asked you to, which would mean if she's hosting, planning things is generally on the host because they're hosting. And you had a pre-discussion about what you wanted to do, and you said, well, I'm fine with anything. If there's something fun, let me know. And so you guys kind of wandered around and had fun, but you spent time together, and that was all you cared about, as you stated, OP. You clearly communicated your desires and expectations. Your friend did not. What bothers me the most about all this bullshit is that now she's like, I didn't do anything wrong, so there's nothing to talk about. Let's talk about other random things instead. So she's just going to shove this thing down deep and then try to keep you in this seat as her plaything friend, her recess friend, so that she can still have the benefit that she had before from you, which is not a true friendship. It's not camaraderie. It is more of an accessory kind of approach here. It's not a real friend. I would be evaluating your entire friendship at this point, OP. It wouldn't just be this specific instance. And I think you wanting to zero in to figure out if you're an asshole for leaving is a mistake, because that's not the issue. You leaving is not the issue. Of course you are not the asshole for leaving. And since that's the specific question that you asked, we'll give you the specific answer. NTA. However, I would be evaluating this entire friendship and trying to figure out what in the hell is going on here. You know what I mean? Hey, in the meantime, we hit this goal. Let's give some thanks for that, and then we get Candy Thunder up here. Candy Thunder, do you want to come up and talk about this story after we give thanks? All right, cool. Let's get some music rocking, shall we?
They're not in order anymore, so you can just order.
They're not in order anymore. They're in order on here.
I understand that, but then you're
TikTok, why do you got to be messing with shit all the time, huh?
not gonna know who's.
Oh my gosh. In no particular order, due to an app update. Thanks, TikTok. We have Haunted Gal, Opal, Lady of Boys, and Baby Beans. Shan loves to read Yvette. We've got Space Mama. I still need Spicy Mama. I looked up at just the right time. Spicy Mama, thank you so much. I will do my best to remember that, which means it's going to last about 3 minutes in my little peanut of a brain. TF90, Rogue, Rose, Tony Spark, Reindeer Glasses, Berlioz, Anika, or Annika? Questioning everything now. Terrorizer, Shay Renee, aka 420. We've got Killian Riders, Mummy, Brianna, Minnesota, Crazy Kershaw, Anise Moon, Magic Drop, Randy Hicks Davis, Hannah Louise, Kristen Museum Girl, Candy Thunder, Shaz, Fairies Dust, Recording Chick, Candy CLK, Bean in B, The G, Catisi, Mungao, Sassy Little Bit, Heather's New Lungs, ooh, Violet Green, Minions Den, The Medieval Girl, Jerry Lee Go Forth. We've got Courtney Elizabeth R, Anna Hartman, Hoon, Outdoor Girl, Sue Ann, Andy Butcher, Kelly Kell, Fane 13, and Kale 10. Thank y'all so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. You've unlocked Candy Thunder. Let me get the next goal set up, and then we'll bring her up here shortly. Are you editing things as I'm putting them in place, Tony Spark?
It's necessary.
Okay. I'm a fan of this music. I just can't.
Tony Spark and Cake Story. Heyo.
We are going for donuts, ladies and gentlemen. It is donut time. And without further ado, to give us some input on this story and also to showcase the glorious Vacation Tan, here we have Candy Tandy Thunder. Oh my God! It's Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think I'm super tan.
You're pretty
I think I've
dark.
been more tan than I have.
You're pretty dark.
Tony's
I'm sure you guys use it on this camera.
Tony's gonna come up and put my tan to shame.
He didn't even wear his coral shirt
I
today.
know, and he's so tan. It's not.
I came back and put my arm up next to his, and he's still like 10 shades darker than I am.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world is that about?
I have.
One day in the sun last week.
Shh,
You shut it.
Tony.
You shut your tan ass up.
I only have one thought about this story, and that is, sorry. I feel like if you invite someone to come to like where you live, that you would be the one to show them things to do and not expect a person who doesn't live there to come to your city and have all like this plan of things to do. That's just like, that does not, the math ain't math in there.
If you're expecting your friend to visit the local Chamber Visitors Bureau website and find the hottest attractions to make an itinerary, that's horse shit.
I'm like, if I invited someone to Joplin, I would have stuff set out. I would obviously want to take into account what they enjoy, but I would make the itinerary because I'm the one who knows my way around town. I'm the one who knows where things are. Like, I don't know. This girl just seems like she wants people to read her mind, and then when they don't read her mind, she wants to get pissed off about it, have a tantrum, and then say, oh, well, I didn't do anything wrong, so let's just move past it. And that to me is a very emotional low level of like immaturity.
So OP says something in here that I think not rings true, but gives a little bit of context for how their friendship is anyway. And she said it's typical for her to not want to talk about something where she feels she did nothing wrong. So that's the end of the conversation. So she's just going to avoid the topic because she doesn't want to take any kind of accountability for anything.
But also OP there was no gender for OP. And I do think that makes a difference if this was a guy coming to meet her or just a friend coming to meet her. Because I think there is like, either way, it doesn't matter. The to-do list should have been on the person who invited. You invite somebody to do something, you have a plan. But I do think that it doesn't make OP not the asshole, whatever their gender is, but I do think it
changes
her
things.
level of immaturity changes for me, male to female.
Huh. Interesting. If this is the type of friend who wants to basically treat you like shit and then ignore the fact that they treated you like shit, which is, exactly what's happening here. And if that's the cycle, what advice would you give to OP about this friendship in general?
A 16-year-old Candy Thunder would just take the abuse and try harder to do better for that person. A 37-year-old Candy Thunder would say, fuck off.
Hey,
I don't have time for this. Life is too short to try to have like meaningful conversations and spend meaningful time with somebody who just wants to make it drama, who just wants to make you feel like you've done something wrong. And I don't think anyone has time for that. Nobody has, like, if you want to have a relationship with someone, friendship, romantic relationship, you need to be mature enough to be in that relationship. And if you're not mature enough, she is not, then she needs to get some help and mature.
It was really funny how when her mom showed up, that's when she started vocally bitching. And And I think that probably says a lot about this friend as well, right?
Maybe a lot about how her mom has held her hand and raised her, too.
Maybe, but the fact that mom was giving her the side eye for how she was talking makes me think that's maybe a little less likely.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She's a shite friend. We know that much.
Yeah. I think she needs some.
You want to do it? We're giving the friend this.
Yeah.
Bizzo, bitch.
I think she needs some therapy. I think we could all use therapy, really.
Agreed.
But I think she more than some need therapy. Yeah, that's all I'm at.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, Made with Magic just showed up in there. What's up?
Hey.
Hi there. And
we adore her.
Congratulations on all your success, by the way.
Yes.
For
Love
people
watching
who
you
don't
succeed.
know, should we tell them a little bit about the Made with Magic vibe and how that segues into our world?
Yes. So I found her from a Bluey Mums group. And I bought Dusty a shirt to wear on the stream, and also her stuff is just like so perfect, so cute. She specializes in kind of like a Disney, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out.
Themed?
Yeah, like themed. So she doesn't do only character stuff. Like it's also themed stuff, which is so cool. So if you are like a Disney fan, a Bluey fan, like anything like that, Made with Magic on TikTok, and she's not like, we're not up here doing this for her. Like she didn't ask us to do this. Just love her so much. She's just a very authentic person who owns a small shop that has exploded in the past couple of years. So you guys, if you have kids and stuff, or you just love Disney as an adult, she has that too. So
it's very cool stuff.
Out. Yes.
Very, very cool. Very cool vibe. Like, I think it's even like this childhood innocence that even for adults, the kind of stuff captures that kind of that childlike vibe, which is very cool.
So she does a lot of like, I just saw like she's gonna do like Disney themed resorts and stuff. So yeah, like Up was one of them. You know, like Cars.
Which,
and
by the way, Up, Candy Thunder only recently.
I haven't even seen it. I will not finish it. It makes me too sad. Oh, you're welcome. I can't get past it.
It resolves. It gets good. Like there's a resolution at the end, but she will not like get past a certain point because it's just so damn sad. And I get it, but you got to get all the way through it for the payoff, right?
Yes. I will watch it someday, but not today. It's so.
I'm gonna wait for when you're in a really good mood, so you have that extra happiness in your reservoir that we can drain. You know.
Oh look! Thank you, Michelle. Following. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes, she is. Give her some love. I love that.
Cool.
And veteran-owned shop too. So if that means something to you, then also another reason that you should love her. Yeah, I cried as soon as it came on. Like I could feel what was happening and Up.
The intro is.
It was like
the intro's spicy, right?
You know, like when you. What's the word I'm looking for? Like when you have a pet and you watch a pet movie, it makes you like more sad. For me, it makes me more sad to think about losing my pet. And so like to watch Up, like, yeah, I just talk about it. Okay. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It just makes me very sad.
Talking about the movie Up and you're already getting spicy.
I know it's been a long day, but, yeah.
The spicy eyes.
So, yes. Cake story up next after we hit the donut goal. Bye guys.
Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, always a pleasure to have her on stream here.
Like Marley and me. It's like,
yeah, you just compared me to a dog in a movie. Yeah.
But it makes me think of like.
Oh man. I Am Legend. Yeah, I hear you. We're at 256 of 400 on the donut goal right now to get Tony Spark and the cake story up here. In the meantime, Procrastinate, Victoria Hill, Sarah Rosales, Muriel, Sarah again there, Anise Moon, Dylan Sprague, Carrie Riggin, Dylan again there, Tiffany, Sarah became a member of the Gosh Heck It fam. Hell yeah. Welcome. Anise Moon, Taylor Devon, Tiffany, Taylor Devon again there, Ferry, Victoria Hill, Jess, Tony Spark, Amanda Durham, Luna Rose, Tara Crawford, Mungao. Thank you all so much. Greatly appreciate that. Willow Wicken said, friend seems like a passenger princess / prince. I get it. Bree, your son is in Madagascar, Africa for missionary work. All the vibes. All the vibes. Cooper, yeah, where the red fern grows. Man, there's a lot of spicy stuff out there. In that specific instance for this story, OP, you're obviously NTA. Your friend is a bizzo. Don't know if she's like an ASCON one. Sure seems like she's there right now because of the way she's generally treated you. So we're gonna go ahead and throw her there. I would strongly recommend evaluating your entire friendship. Remember, 0 is greater than -1. And if she is only a negative influence on your life, why are you still friends with her? Why? Procrastinate sending 33 donuts through. Opal dropping 20. Heck yeah. Janice Jeannie, thanks so much for the love. Heck yeah. Marley and me. Oh my. Okay, we're going to go ahead and dive into our second story here, and then I have a feeling we're going to hit this donut goal. When we get into that, let me get some music rocking while I get a little bit of a sippy drink here. Jay Frogger, you just missed her. She'll be on again here in a bit, but you just missed her. She just came up. Oh, nice, Elise. You gonna order your Disney World trip shirts from her? Yeah, that's a damn good idea. A damn good idea. Damn. That's like who's the Wayans brother that was in New Girl? Because that's how he says damn. He goes, damn. I don't know. I don't think they're listening to me. Jennifer, lurking and crocheting. Hey, Frank and Jay's mama saw your post there as well. You and Frank, you both here? Heck yes. Powder. I haven't seen Powder in ages. But I remember that movie. Damon Wayans Jr. Yeah, but he looks just like his dad. 100%. Yeah, coach. Heck yeah. Only 15 to go on the goal. I'm going to go ahead and dive into this next story, though. I'm going to do it. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. Actually, it's not a Reddit story. I lied. This one is directly from a follower. It is a follower-submitted story that you won't find anywhere else, I don't think. And this one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Pay My Friend Back? I remembered the quotation marks this time. I did remember them. I'm going to get that poll started, and then we're going to give some thanks because we just hit this donut goal. And we'll get the next one started, and we'll have a cake story and Tony Spark after we read this story. Starting the poll right now. It is started. Title is, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Pay My Friend Back? Poll has begun. What are you giggling about over there? What did I screw up now?
Nothing. It's nothing to do.
It's my fly down. They can't see my pants.
How many of your videos are going to have me coughing, sneezing, or blowing?
Oh, yes, I know. Yeah, this stream could be an ad for cold medicine today because Tony Spark is back there.
Try not to do it while you're actively doing the story.
He's back there hacking it up. I've got some Zycam nose spray here if you want it. I used one of the Zycam like wet swabs earlier. I like them. We're all guessing on this one. That's right. Am I the astronaut for refusing to pay my friend back? Eek. Yeah. I mean, it is context. No, not really any context clues except for the quotation marks around friend. I'm going to say a middle of the road 3 just to see where this thing goes. We got 36% voting NTA here. We'll see where we end up. In the meantime, I got to give some thanks with our little funky music here again. We got to do it. It's got to be done. Oh, yeah. And in no particular order, once again, because TikTok, Procrastinate, Anise Moon, Tony Spark, Opal, Lady of Poison, This Kid's Mom, One Wolfgang, Brianna, Minnesota, Janice C, J Puff 415, Ada Pack, Joycey Brown, Melissa Rodriguez, Jeannie Rivera, Brandy Hicks Davis, Victoria Shadow, Dylan Sprague, Madam Maeve, Fairies Dust, Tara Reiser, Mungau, Laura Forrester, Rogue, Banana Nutella, that sounds good, TF90, Mama Silver, Overkill Mill, it just refreshed on me in the middle of reading it. What are you doing to me, TikTok? Recording Chick, Shay Renee, Addie Nicole, Queenie, Haunted Gal, Samantha Waite, Candy, COKB, Crazy Kershaw, Boo 77, and Yvette. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna get the next one set up here.
Okay, well, before you do that, I have to explain. I'm changing that.
You're changing this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna. Well, it's gonna be a spicy story or a best of Redditor update story.
Okay.
After they hit the goal,
But the goal
is the same.
Okay.
After they hit the goal, you're gonna do a poll, and they're gonna get to choose whether they want the spicy story or the best Redditor update story, and then the one that fails. So they'll get to choose.
Okay. Before we dive into this follower submitted story, because he has to explain what in the hell we're getting ready to do. But also, you've unlocked an appearance from Tony Sparks. So we're going to go ahead and bring him up, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll dive into our follower submitted story. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Sparks!
Oh my god! It's Tony Sparks!
Here's my tan. It's a little darker. It's bad lighting.
Oh, it looks pretty even right there.
I know, but
Oh.
it's bad lighting that it's this close because it's really not. It's not even close. This would be like
You got to hold it straight.
if I put my arm between them,
Not
it would
even
look like
close.
a vanilla Oreo with chocolate in the middle. That's how. But it's a respectable. It's respectable tan. I only had one day in the sun last week, so I mean my tan's lacking a little bit. But you know. No, Nursey dear. Well, my my voice is a mixture of I don't think it's recovered from Ted shenanigans the last 2 weeks, but also I've got some allergies going on. Or what I always claim to be allergies, and Candy Thunder tells me that they're not allergies, that I'm sick, but I always just say they're allergies. So I got that going on. Got a lot of snot, a lot of phlegm, slot. But I've got the meds now, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so if you missed it on this goal, so when we hit the goal, then we're going to do a poll, and you're going to get to choose whether you want the Best of Redditor update story, which the Best of Redditor update story has his side and her side. So, you know, those are always good when you get both sides of the story, or a spicy reward story. Which, how many chili peppers, Candy Thunder? How many chili peppers?
It's one of the spiciest.
She says one of the spiciest. So it's a lot of chili peppers. I don't know how many that is, but that's a lot of chili peppers on the spicy story. 3.5. 3.5 chili peppers. I don't know how you get a half, but you know, it works. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? I'm looking about them. Okay, he's gonna read the cake story, but we're at 7 of 195, so we got a ways to go. But they're both good stories.
Did you explain what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they hit the goal, then you'll do a poll on either spicy or best Redditor update story, and then they get to choose, and that's the one you read.
Okay.
But we gotta hit the goal first. We can do it.
We can do this, team. We can do this. Look at that. It's like a choose your own fate story now. Like a choose your own.
Oh my god.
Nope, it's too late.
No, it's not
It's
too
too
late.
It's too late. It's too late.
Since it's been a while, don't forget to follow at Tony Spark. I haven't had any new followers in a while, and I posted a couple videos, but nobody watched them, so that was a little disappointing. So you guys should go follow me. Thanks. At Tony Spark _.
I swear, we have the means to do this. We have the means to do this. We needed to make like a humane society, like an Arms of the Angels kind of video, but make it about following Tony Spark. Oh, Elise did watch them. Ayo. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay, we'll dive into our follower submitted story. By the way, the follower submitted story title was, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Pay My Friend Back? OP, are you in chat? Have we seen OP pop up and claim this story yet? I don't think so. All right, we'll go ahead and dive in. OP, if you are in chat and you want to claim your story, you know what to do. Here we go. I, 30 female, took in my friend, let's say Darcy, for privacy reasons, 42 female, and her son, 10 male, back in early June, due to them getting evicted. I took them in without hesitation, even though I was not in a good place financially. I live in a 3-bedroom trailer, so there's not much room. I also have 3 kids, 8, 5, and 2, so taking in 2 more people was not easy. She took over my daughter's room while she lived with me. I am a stay-at-home mom. I would watch her son, take him to summer school, make sure he got his baths, make his meals, etc. Darcy would go to work from 6 to 2 Monday through Friday. When she would get off work, she rarely came home. She would go to her boyfriend's house. Oh no. Hold up. So your friend moves in with you. You're caring for her children. And when she gets off work, instead of coming home, she goes to hang out with her boyfriend. Doesn't come pick up her kids first. Doesn't do anything. Just goes, okay, that's strike one. She would always promise me and her son that she would be back in a couple of hours, but sometimes she wouldn't get home till 10 p.m. if she came home at all. Strike two. She did this at least 4 to 5 times a week. Strike three. She's out. Her son would cry all the time. She developed a pattern. She would always be going somewhere, then take her son once a week to make up for her always leaving. During the time she was at my house, she would just sit and play on her phone and eat a lot of snacks. We got along great, though. I thought I had gained a new best friend, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt since she was a single mom. In June, she willingly paid me $200. At the beginning of July, she only gave me $30 and nothing else. Toward the end of July, I got a disconnect notice for my electric bill for $350. I asked her if she could help out with the bill, and she said yes. She gave me the $350. I thanked her immensely, and we left it at that. July 28th came around, and then came the last straw. She got off work that day. She said she would only be gone for 30 minutes. She didn't come back until 9 p.m. She gets off work at 2. My husband had a talk with her asking her what her kid did wrong to deserve her always leaving him. She, of course, didn't see it that way, got mad, packed up their stuff, and left. She then moved in with another guy she had also been seeing. A few days later, she texted me asking when I was going to pay her the $350 back. I said I wasn't going to, that it was never said that it was a loan. I thought that it was just to help with them staying with me and always watching her son from sun up till sundown since the beginning of June. A quick note, I do get some housing assistance and food stamps. She told me since I get housing assistance that rent should have been free for them and also food since I get food stamps. But you're not getting assistance for her family too. I told her that wasn't fair. I also ran out of food stamps due to all the extra food I'd had to buy for them, and that's not how life works. Bingo. Plus, there are many other bills to pay, internet, water, etc. She told me I owe her back the total amount of $530 she paid to stay with me because I didn't deserve the money anymore for being a shitty friend. Candy Thunder, I hope you guys get to hear that, said, dirty bitch, just like that. I pointed out once again that it was all fair since they stayed with me for a while. I think what you mean, it's not fair. It is still nowhere near fair. She is getting the deal of a fucking lifetime. Fair is a long way from this. I pointed out how she saved so much money staying with me, she would have shelled out much more elsewhere, not including the price of childcare these days. She fired back at me that watching her son should be She fired back at me that watching her son should be used loosely because all I did was play Xbox, so he watched himself. I made her a list pointing out all the things I did for her son. Who was there when he cried for his mom all the time? Who made sure his laundry was done? Made sure he got baths, made his meals, bandaged his boo-boos. It wasn't her. She was too busy with her boyfriends. She ignored my list and still insisted that I pay her back because she didn't need parenting advice, and I didn't deserve the money because she should have been staying with me for free. And because it was never communicated that she had to pay me anything, saying that she willingly gave me money. I told her it was also never said that any of the money was a loan, so I shouldn't owe her anything. The next day, she texted and demanded at least $250 back, and I refused. She told me she wasn't able to go on her vacation now, and it was all my fault. I told her she saved money living with me, so it wasn't my fault she didn't have the money. After all, she only gave me $530 when my rent is $1,100. Now I'm ignoring her, and she's still harassing me. The other day, I found out she had tried to get a loan in her older daughter's name while also using my phone number so her daughter wouldn't find out. I'd gotten the text from the loan company sent to my phone. I sent the proof and told her daughter what she had done. And her daughter went to the police. Darcy was unable to get the loan, so the police aren't sure if they can do anything about it. She doesn't know I am the one who ratted her out yet. Her children deserve better than how she treats them. So I guess I'm asking 2 questions. Am I the astronaut for refusing to pay her back, and also for telling her daughter what she did? I'll update when I can and maybe put this on Reddit as well. P.S. Love your content. Watch y'all every day. Thanks so much for the love. This is not a friend. This is not a friend at all. This bizzo used and abused the hooey hell out of you. And then tried to mindfuck you into believing that she had given you money as some kind of loan that you would give back. Also, like, I thought you were going to come in here and say, oh, she helped out with this electric bill and then she didn't end up staying long after. So she would be like, why would I be paying for electricity when I'm not going to be there using it? But that's not how electricity bills work. It's for what you already used. It all comes down to this. Tell her if she's got a problem with it, she can go talk to a lawyer. There's no documentation for anything. You let her stay with you. The arrangement was a handshake agreement. There's no way that she's going to be able to sue you for any of this. So tell her to try. This person sounds like a real piece of work. A real piece of work. I essentially used you as a free babysitter and a free place to stay. Add up the value of all the things that she got for free while she was staying with you. I say staying because most of the time it was just her kid staying there, not her staying there, which makes it even worse. This person does not get to be in your life. This person does not get to be connected with you. I know the dangerous part here is that you probably developed a stronger relationship with her kids than you did with her. And that sucks because now you're empathetic because you see these kids going through hell because their mom is a real piece of work, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's truly nothing that you can do about it. But this person is not your friend. 0 is greater than -1. She's a succubus. Just cut her out of your life forever. No, you are not the astronaut for not paying her back. You are not the astronaut for letting her daughter know that she was committing fraud in her name. You are not the astronaut in this situation. You were extremely abused. You were taken advantage of hard here. And, my concern is that it went on for so long. And, we talk a lot about boundaries here, and boundaries have to be something where if they are hit or crossed, there's some kind of consequence involved, right? And every time that she stayed out much later than she said she was going to, she kept doing it because nothing ever happened as a consequence. There was no consequence ever attached to any of this. So if it had been hey, look, you stay out past X time when your kids are here one more time, and I'm sorry, but we're going to have to kick you out. Or I'm going to have to report you to freaking DFS or something. I don't know. There have to be some kind of consequence attached to that. Otherwise, it's not really a boundary. It's just a request. So someone like that, not that it would have mattered anyway. I mean, she cares more about her boyfriends, plural, than she does her kids. And that's sad. And these poor damn kids are going to end up in the same situation with just a different person all the time. And that's heartbreaking. This person does not get to be your friend. They don't get to be in your life. They don't get to enjoy the benefit of proximity because all they did was damage when they had it. Blah. Blah. That's where I'm at. Hey, Jilly5, Ramona, Janice 2014, Candy Thunder dropping some paper cranes there. Tony Spark dropping some paper cranes there as well. Jess, Jen here, Chicken Tender, Jennifer, Green Bean, Jet, Mad Drummer. I gotta know, Mad Drummer, are you Russian? We are at 34,195 on the paper crane goal. We got a long way to go. Jet sending some through there again. Tara Crawford, Tony Spark, thanks so much for the love. Goober, Aunt Sue, City Mouse NYC, Chrissy Joe, see you there as well. Thanks so much. Yeah, the person is a user, Melinda. Hardcore, a user. Hey, Jenny on the block. About to do dinner for the fam. Heck yeah. What are you making? Because we did vacation, we did spaghetti at home one night while we were on vacay, and we had 14 people in one house. So it was like, feeding the whole crew. But it's like I have this like my soul needs home cooking now. You know what I mean? Which means we're going to have to take a trip down to Diamond. Making chicken enchilada balls. Ooh, Annalisa. Chicken cobbler? I have not. Bobby Joe Crossno inventing Philly cheesesteak roll-ups tonight. That sounds good too. That sounds good. What was the last meal that we made on the griddle that was really, really good, Candy Thunder? Where I finally got the win after a couple of fails. She's not listening to me. It's fine. Tuna casserole. There you go. Also, yeah, I forget we have a likes goal going on today. We have a goal of 700K likes up here. We're at 26% on that right now. KFC chicken bowls. Everything sounds good right now. Risa, waiting for a doctor's appointment, possibly back surgery. No, that's not fun at all. I had to do the spinal injection thing, and that was a really good time. I do think it helped though. I really do. Honeybeard, today's hubby's birthday, so you're having Chinese. Happy gosh heck birthday to him. There you go. Brahimi tacos. There you go. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. Candy Thunder's brother Ryan is in chat on the YouTube side right now with a $10 super. Says I've been cooking every night since we've been back. Nice, and thank you so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. Everyone's having chicken. That's right up Caden Thunder's alley. Some kind of chicken. Some kind of chicken. Burning the nerves in your spine is the worst. LOL. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I did the spinal injection, they were very clear. They're like, this is a Band-Aid. It's not fixing the problem. It's just treating the symptoms. So, hey, Ryan went with us. He was on the beach with us for a week down there. Did you get burnt, Ryan, or you just come back with a glorious tan like Tandy Thunder? Your forehead's peeling?
I didn't even know I got burned there.
Yeah. Navy Thunder actually got like a little bit of pinky cheeks, but I think it's faded in nicely now. Now she's just a little tan bebe. A little tan bebe. Ooh, chicken and prosciutto tortellini. I am a huge tortellini fan. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. All right, we have a cake story coming up. Holy cow. It's cake. You know what? Because there are some people celebrating birthdays right now. This is for you and your gosh heck and happy birthdays, but also because I have not yet made a cake story animation. We'll do this to get into cake story mode. Pasta in general. Oh man, what is it? Why do I love carbs so much? Pasta, any kind of pasta. Doesn't matter the shape. Doesn't matter the color. Candy Thunder doesn't like the colored pasta. She's got like a weird thing. It was a dried pasta necklace or something, right? Yeah, and you ate the pasta. Yeah, and has been traumatized ever since. What'd you say? Oh,
She ate the pasta.
like when Monica got sent to bed with that dinner and ate the pasta, the dried pasta. Ugh. Ryan dropping another $10 super on the YouTube side. First supers of the stream on the YouTube side, by the way. Basically have all new skin on my nose and tops of my feet. Oh, that's right. Your nose is really red. Dang, got it all raw. Ellen with a reminder to like the stream. We do have a likes goal of 700K. We're at 215K right now, 30%. And with the loving reminder there, it's completely free to tap that screen. Just tapping the screen likes it for us. There's a lot of people who sit there and tap like 1,000 times until their hands are just numb, which is crazy. Like if you want to do that, cool, but definitely don't expect that. But if you can like it at least once, greatly appreciate that. Wendy Taylor dropping a whole bunch of paper cranes there. Erica, Eternal Coral, J June Tune, Amy D, Summer, Jamie, thanks so much for the love. Amanda F, I see you there as well. Inspire, Motivate, Believe. Pittsburgh Penny, Jamie Nicole, thank you. It's me, Tree Witch. Hello there. I'm Bionic, 45 Bionic. Wow. Risa, dang. 24 surgeries, 45 years. Yeah. You're going to be the $1 million woman. All right, it is cake story time, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, it's Dusty Thunder once again with a cake story for you. Num, 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 num. I hope it's sweet and not one of those rank cakes. It's like a cake that's supposed to be tasty, but it's got some kind of nasty shiz inside. Is this a sweet cake story? Is it a feel-good cake story, like a tasty one? Or is it one that's just like bitter? Is this one of those bitter cakes?
You know, that piece of cake is left on the counter. Like it's about a few days old.
It's a few days old. A little crusty.
Not worth the counter.
Oh, it was like a urinal cake. All right, here we go. Title of this story is, Will I Be the Astronaut for Having a Backup Birthday Cake? No, you can never be an astronaut for having a backup birthday cake. I know that's where I'm at right now, but we're going to start the poll. See what y'all think. Starting now. Will I be the astronaut for having a backup birthday cake? I'm NTA. I'd feel good if you had a backup for the backup for the backup. If you got a bench of cakes that's 7 deep, all the better. Just in case. You never know what's going to happen to the first 6. Right? NTA. NTA. You clicked the wrong one. Annie, what do you mean? Hey, Jamie, Nicole, Dorothy, J. June Thunen, J9 Downs, Oogies. That's a cool name. Randomly Brandy, Victoria Hill, Chicken Tender Heather, Katriana. Thanks so much for the love. It's sensible. 91 to go on the paper cranes. Paper crane. Any Boston legal fans out here? It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't think Candy Thunder has watched it. I should try to get her into it because it is a damn good show. 87% going NTA. We'll see what happens here. Okay, let me get that poll out of the way. All right, here we go. Hello. So my birthday is on Wednesday. I like to have my party exactly on my birthday, if not within a day of it. For the past several years, I've been in charge of managing my birthday cake. I usually order from DQ and have them make a custom cake for me. This year, my friend asked me what kind of cake I wanted. I told them and mentioned that I usually take care of the birthday cake myself, but they said that I shouldn't have to take care of that responsibility of a cake since it's my birthday. I accept it, and I'm looking forward to the cake that they bring. However, a few things. My friend and their partner live almost 2 hours away, and they let me know that they would already be running late to the party because of some things they have to do. I'm anxious about them running super late since it's a weeknight, and I'm having my party end at an earlier hour because people have work the next morning. I also know they've been having some personal issues going on, and I'm worried about them overworking themselves and getting exhausted. I really appreciate their gesture of coming in from out of town and coming to see me for my birthday, but I'm anxious that they're going to burn themselves out. Also, since I'm used to being in charge of my own cake, this does throw off my routine a little bit. I am appreciative of someone else taking care of it for me, but with everything going on, I am anxious that they're not going to be able to make it with the cake. I have been considering having a backup cake just in case, and I already talked to my stepmother about the situation. She said that I would be the asshole and she'd be pissed if she made a cake for someone and came in from out of town just for them to have a backup cake. I need a reality check. Again, I'm just anxious about how things will pan out. I already have a lot of anxiety about how my birthday will go every year. So would I be the astronaut if I got a backup cake in the event my friends cannot make it in? I appreciate your feedback. NTA. NTA. Also, the number of times that OP said, I am anxious is like the biggest tell that we need. So let's wrap this context around it now. Let's say OP struggles with anxiety in general. We can tell that just from how this is written. It's not just about the birthday. This is a general thing. But at least OP recognizes and says, I am anxious about X. I am anxious about Y. I am anxious about Z. I'm generally anxious about this event in general. So that generally in general, I know that was redundant. I'm sorry. But recognizing that OP has a lot of anxiety around this, why would you choose to make someone who already struggles with this suffer up to and including the day of and even during part of their birthday and their birthday party? Why would you choose to punish someone like this? Was it stepmom? Is that what you said? I already talked to my stepmother about the situation, and she said that I would be the asshole. No. And I would expect your stepmother, depending on how where in your growth she became part of the picture in your life, to understand your anxiety as well. But she does not. So I'm hoping that it was later in life and she wasn't part of like your upbringing. Otherwise, was just completely in denial about the fact that you have anxiety to begin with. But you, like everybody struggles with anxiety to different degrees. You at least have the what's the word I'm looking for? You at least have the awareness to say this is going on and to manage it yourself and to do what you need to do to make sure that it doesn't take over and ruin your birthday. Your stepmother's like, nah, let that anxiety ruin everything. It'll be great. You'll have a blast. No, screw that. It's your birthday. She doesn't get a vote, first of all. Also, the fact that she knows that you have anxiety and is still willing to punish you through this is bullshit. NTA. NTA. Coffee, good point there. I would talk to the friend about your anxiety and see if they would be okay with your having a backup. I think it's a good plan. Candy Thunder, raising her hand here. What do you mean?
Why wouldn't they just...
Oh, there is a microphone over there. Would you look at that?
If I had this much anxiety over something, I would make the backup cake and like leave it in the car. And then if something happened, it's still there.
Can't do that because OP gets the cake from DQ, which means it's an ice cream cake.
Then I'd bring a fucking cooler.
You got a deep freeze in the garage, OP. Like, I think that...
Also, you're not helping someone if you take away their ability to choose. You're actually just forcing your opinion
Correct.
or your thing on them. And so I think, I don't know. I don't know what you could say.
It's bullshit. I do think, though, if these people are really your friends, and yes, you appreciate the gesture, I would say that. I greatly appreciate the gesture. You know me. I'm a really anxious person, and I'm freaking out that like something's going to happen because you guys are already so busy. Or that, you're coming in from so far away. Are you guys okay with my having a backup cake here as well? It'll be there. We'll have 2 cakes for everybody to enjoy. If you guys are able to make it and everything goes as planned, great. Bonus cake. Woo! If you can't make it, at least I'm not going to have like a freaking panic attack when it's 15 after and you're not there yet. Right? I think if they're truly your friends, they'll understand. Which is what really bugs me about your stepmom. She just doesn't understand or doesn't care to understand or what the fuck ever. It's not okay. You do you on your birthday. You know yourself better than anybody else and you're already managing it. So do what makes you happy on your freaking birthday, okay? Do what makes you happy. The fact that everybody else is trying to punish you on your birthday is not cool. I understand the sentiment. I understand it is... Your friends that are offering to do this are offering to do this because they love you. But if they really do love you, they will understand. Yeah, plus those friends are already going to be late to the party, Brie. Yeah. Yeah, Brittany, a true friend would be like, more cake? Hell yeah. Just make sure you're not getting the same kind, so you've got some diversity there. Dry ice? There you go, Mel. But I don't think you have to hide it. I don't think you should have to hide it. It's your birthday. People need to accept you for who you truly are. After all, they're there to celebrate you. Right? The fake you or the real you? Speaking of birthdays, Candy Thunder's got one coming up. Do the Nick Miller. It's not a backup cake. It's a second cake. There you go, Kelly. There you go. That works.
Someone said it's just cake.
It's just...
You know where you are. You know what this table's about.
It's never just cake and it's never just a beard. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for free. Hannah Lewis, Shenriota, Deidre, Bailey Chapman. I saw this while we were talking here. Went absolutely off with the paper cranes. Just dropping a ton of them. Thank you so much. C Sizzle. Y'all are amazing. Goober, thanks so much for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. Dogs got into the... Oh, no, Kim. Your dogs got into your daughter's birthday cake. Don't have a backup. Had to scramble. Oh, no.
You ever have too many cakes?
You can't have too many cakes. You really can't. You can't have too many cakes. You really can't. Okay, so here's where things get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get some different music rocking here because this gift goal is a little bit different. Bailey Chapman, Just Heather, Jamie Nicole, T. Hef, 90, George Nicely, Tony Spark. We've got Karina B. Martins, Jersey Blind Girl, Shori, Andy Butcher, Mad Drummer. Oh, just refreshed on me again. Why? Heather Sayer, Tinker Bells, Wendy Taylor, AMW 1983, Elise Newman, Brandy Hicks Davis, Jelly 55, Hoorn, City Mouse NYC, J Puff 415, Sue Ann 257, The Chicken Tender, Rogue, Marine Woodson, Janice E, Candy Thunder. It's like, who's that? Who? Oh yeah, Candy Thunder. Jet 07236. We've got Terrorizer, Mags Amazing, Dylan Sprague, Mama Silver, Madam Maeve, Jackie Kelly and East Moon, Procrastinate, and Opal, Lady of Poison. Okay, let me get the next gift goal set up, but then we're going to have to do the poll because you guys have just unlocked a choice. It is now a choose your own adventure. Let me get this figured out. It's a little lighthearted, right? Oh, there they are. There they are. This next one is going to unlock Caden Thunder and whatever story does not win right now, right? I'm going to call it the loser story.
That's not losers.
It's the loser story.
It's so good story.
It's not a loser cake. It's a second cake. It's not a backup cake. Okay. So we're gonna unlock Caden Thunder and the loser story from what's about to happen here. Okay, so now the tough part is now I have to completely scrap the poll that I normally use. Now I've got to make a new one. Hold on. I got to delete this one.
Making your life extremely complicated.
Yes, now you're making everything really complicated here, Tony Sparks. Is it really cool? Okay, so what? It's spicy story or what?
Or best of whatever update story.
Okay, so we're choosing between a spicy story or a best averted or update story.
Both are really good.
Which one? Spicy story or best averted or update story? One. No, you know what? We'll do 2 minutes. Can I do that? Okay. Here we go. TikTok side poll is starting now. YouTube side, vote through comments, please. We are choosing between a spicy story or a best averted or update story. The poll is up. Spicy story or best averted or update story. Whichever story does not win here will be included with the next gift goal that we unlock. We'll see. Was the update the one with the two sides on it? Best averted or updates, Tony Spark, is the one with the he said, she said sides, right? Yes, it has both sides. Best averted or updates is the husband and wife, both sides on there. Okay, we got a minute 28 left. Okay, YouTube side, I'm keeping an eye on it. Update, best averted or update, spicy. I think right now on the YouTube side, the best averted or update story is winning. Spicy starting to come up a little bit. Seeing a little more spicy. Jenny on the block with a Moira emotes. Heck yeah, there you go. While this is finishing out, 1 minute left here. Addie Nicole, Denise, Ryan Klaus on the TikTok side now, dropping some coinage. Shori, Opal, Shan. We've got Q and Lane. Q and Lene. Thanks so much. Dropping the first gift for the stream down there. J9 Downs. Janice 2014. Jess, Candy, CLKB. Bailey Chapman dropping 108. Crazy Kershaw. Opal. Oogies. J9 Downs. Janine. Brittany. Tiffany. Tony Spock. Addie Nicole. Brandy Hicks Davis. Thanks so much. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. It's hard to choose, I know. Just remember, yeah, hopefully we will end up with both. As long as we hit the next gift goal, which is the one that is up right now. So we're in good shape on that. Also, Bailey Chapman leading the stream on the TikTok side. And we have Opal, then an East Moon right behind. Yeah, I think best reverted or update's going to take this one, Tony Spark. It did, and there we have it. We have the best of Predator update story as our winner. Look at y'all go. And while we're getting set up for this, I'm going to go ahead and get the normal poll rebuilt. In a momento. I almost just wrote ask on 5. I did add NTA and ESH as options on there as well. Okay, saved that. I'm not going to use it quite yet. But here we go. Okay, so we're at 693 of 3K on the next goal, which will unlock the other story here. But y'all have unlocked the Best of Editor update story. So let's go. Heck yes. Brett Maples, 10 months in the Gosh Heck and Thunder crew on the YouTube side. Hard to believe, almost a year. Isn't it wild? It's hard to believe that we're almost at the 2-year mark from when we started doing this stuff. I can't wrap my brain around it. Can't wrap my brain around it. Okay, let's dive in. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with the Best of Redditor update story for you. We like these. Yes, we do. That's going to be the creepiest intro I've ever made for a story. Ever. Title of this story is, Am I the Astronaut for Telling My Wife She Is Having an Emotional Affair? Okay. Let me start the poll here. And remember, YouTube side, vote through comments, please. Text poll. Hopefully I have rebuilt it correctly. Is starting now. 1 minute. 1 minute to go here. Am I the Astronaut for telling my wife she is having an emotional affair? Remember, this one has both his side and her side. So we will hear her rebuttal, but let's go ahead and cast our vote here and see if we think he would be the astronaut for telling her she is having an emotional affair. I'm going to go NTA. We'll see what happens, though. Hey, Matty Pitt, dropping the coin there. Kristen, dropping the 280. Thanks so much for that. Tony Spark, dropping 25. Charlie Diego, thanks so much. We're at 1050 of 3K. Moving on up. Moving on. Oh, ESH. Why do I always forget ESH is an option when doing the poll vote? The poll vote is like an Olympic sport. The poll vote. Just make sure you don't do what that one guy did. You see that, Tony Spark? The guy who was it the pole vault or the high jump? I can't remember which one he was doing, but he made it all the way over. But he knocked the bar down with his junk. Poor guy. Did you not see it, Candy Thunder? Well, I mean, don't go looking for it, but
It was viral. Just literally type in the phone call and you guarantee it's the first video.
yeah,
It was viral. This guy cleared it and made it with his junk.
yeah. Seriously. So the conversation now is like, he didn't win, but he won, right?
Look.
Yeah, at least she hasn't seen it yet. He put the pole in pole vault. Oh, boy's got to tuck it, Bree says. He's an Olympic athlete. You got to know this by now, right? Hey, Bailey Chapman dropping 3 hundo of the W coins. Heck yes, Denise Burkhardt. I am Unicorn. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Maddie, Skittle, Amanda League, Friendly Neighborhood Tim. Hello. Good to see you there. Denise, Shan loves to read. Opal Animal dropping in. George Nicely. Shan, thanks so much for the love. We had NTA take the cake here with the poll, but we'll see what happens. A lot of ESH on the YouTube side here. We'll see. You got to go look for it now, Artemis. Wait until after the stream, okay? Wait until after the stream before you go looking for this video. Candy Thunder's giggling about it now because Tony Spark just showed her.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Find an actual video. They're all just
Everybody trying to capitalize.
Getting up on poll talk over here. Junkie Big Chunk.
Now to the pole vault.
Okay. All right. So,
Oh my god.
she just saw it, ladies and gentlemen. If you couldn't tell what just happened there. Oh, should have kept my mouth shut. Should have kept my mouth shut. All right, here we go. Here is the official story. All right. You got to quit your giggling because I got to start reading a story here.
I have tears in my eyes.
Okay. Wife and I had a serious disagreement, and we're on Reddit asking strangers if we're right because it's not like we can get honest opinions from friends and family. I respect that. My wife cannot be alone with her thoughts for a second. She's always got to be doing something, keeping her hands busy, her mind busy. She never sits down for a minute. She's like a hummingbird who can never for a second be alone or relax. I describe myself as an introvert in an extrovert world. Sorry, that next line doesn't make sense. I describe myself as an introvert in an extroverted world with a very extroverted wife. She does not understand my need for time alone. I work for 10 to 12 hours a day talking to people. I'm listening to them and directing them. I just want some time alone to unwind after work. She does not understand that. She decided to replace me with her friend because I wanted time to unwind. They spend almost every single day together. She's often not home because she's doing something with her, quotation marks, friend. And he is obviously a great-looking guy whose body would fit in Paris right now. And if that helps my worries, as if that helps my worries with my marriage. I was waiting for him to say something about this guy being a pole vaulter. It just hasn't showed up yet. My wife and I got into an argument because I asked her to cut down on the time she's seeing this friend. She then retaliated that she'll see other friends instead. I told her she's having an emotional affair and she refused to accept it. It's all my fault that she's spending time with this friend. Am I the astronaut? I just want her to stop. I just want her to take a step back and realize this isn't healthy for our marriage. I'll read the comments for this part before we dive in on feedback for his opening here. Comments. One commenter says, yeah, if she's prioritizing the other man, it is an affair. If she fights you on seeing him because you are uncomfortable, it's an affair. By the limited info in your post, she is totally having, at the minimum, an emotional affair. More than likely, a physical one, too. If they are spending that much time together. Sorry, man. She just doesn't want you anymore. It's just a matter of time before she leaves you for this guy. He has won already. OP responds, that's what I needed to hear. She's giving all the classic cheater excuses too, just before anything. She says I don't pay any attention to her or that I use her for sex, and that's why she doesn't have a drive. The original poster, not OP, the original commenter that OP had responded to comes back and says this. Yeah, she's blaming you for the affair. She doesn't have the guts to leave you for this guy. She's very openly, apparently, seeing him with you knowing, then blaming you for all your problems. She's looking for a way out to be with this guy. She doesn't want to work on the problems. She only wants to use them to get out. OP, I asked her if she wanted a divorce, and she said I could go file one if I cared, but I'm such a selfish, lazy ass, I wouldn't even do it. I want her to just admit it, but getting her to admit that she's doing anything wrong is like pulling teeth. And then that commenter coming back says, I'm sorry, man. She just wants you to do it. She cannot admit the truth. It's got to be tough in that house right now, especially seeing her leave every day to be with another man. That would kill me. Honestly, just pull the plug yourself. Let her blame you. This is only going to get worse, and she will end up fully destroying you before deciding to leave herself. Again, by that point, you will have been decimated. At least this way, you are leaving with a small piece of you intact. OP, yeah, I should, but divorce. It's just so hard, man. We've been married a long time. Divorce is just complicated, and it's a whole legal thing, and it's just too much for me to handle right now. The commenter comes back and says, 100%, it's way easy for me as a guy reading your stories to offer opinions when I don't have to worry about the repercussions or do the hard work of putting those opinions into place. However, just ask yourself and ask her, do you love each other? What do you love about each other? Is it worth it to stay together? Put pros and cons down. Happiness, either way, whether you stay or go, will take work and will hurt. What do you want for your future? OP's response, I love her. She loves me too. She stuck with me when I had cancer, been by my side when things were tough, and good now. It's worth it as long as she didn't cheat physically. If she did, I'm out. Or if she's telling him she loves him, I can't handle that shit. Wow. Another commenter here. YTA, you just don't think men and women can be friends. She specifically said she'd hang out with other friends instead, and you for some reason still have an issue with it? YTA, your wife told you she needed more interaction. You wouldn't give it to her. Now she made a friend, and you're insecure because he's an attractive man. You tell her to stop seeing this friend so much, so she says, okay, I'll make more friends. And you scream that she's having an affair and continue the fight. Deal with your insecurities, you selfish child. It's clear from your comments, you'll only accept the word of these absolute tools who agree with you. But JFC, you married an extroverted woman and then think you can keep her locked in your little introverted cage. And then if she dares to make friends, you call it cheating. Another commenter, I mean, if you spent any time with your wife or actually giving any kind of emotional intimacy in your relationship, then she wouldn't need to find a friend. You're controlling and a narcissist. I hope she leaves you ASAP. Another commenter, YTA, she said she would hang out with different friends and you screamed emotional affair. She asked for your attention. You were too busy unwinding from work. So now she's made friends to fulfill her need for interaction. You have no emotional intelligence. I hope your friends tell her to divorce your ass. You want me to just keep going? Okay. All right.
It's her side.
Oh, we're going to flow.
Oh, no.
There's an update.
What?
Keep going.
Okay. I'm going to keep going. That's the bottom line.
Yes.
It got really confusing there for a second. I didn't know what to do.
All right. The judgment from Reddit at that point was YTA. Update 1 day later. I showed my wife the comments from my last post, and as I expected, she got pissed at me for misrepresenting the situation. I can't do anything right. I told her that everybody agreed she was having an emotional affair. I might have said things I didn't mean, like kicking her out, but she was having an affair in front of my face, and I didn't think she was in the wrong. She said I was disgusting for thinking that single men wouldn't want to be friends with a married woman. She also said that her excuse is that I don't pay enough attention to her and that she doesn't want sex are totally legitimate. Wife's side of the story now. We ready for this? Ready for the wife's side, everybody? I'd really like to just lay into this guy right now, but I'm going to wait and see what wife says.
Do you want me to read the wife's side?
Yeah, you should read the wife's side.
No, I'm just kidding.
What the hell?
Like, what?
I thought we were going to get Candy Thunder reading a story, ladies and gentlemen. It was going to be a historic moment. I was like, yeah. And then she's like, I'm just kidding. What? Wife's side of the story. I am with my husband because I love him, not for any ulterior reasons. I saw a lot of comments that I was using him for money. We make roughly the same salary and we have similar savings and retirement accounts. I have made many sacrifices for my husband out of love. My husband and I have been married for 12 years, but over time he became more and more introverted. He hates people and wants to spend a lot of time alone to unwind. What is happening above my head? Oh, dude, for the love. Okay. It's gonna be noisy for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. This is our normal schedule. My husband's work starts at 8:30 to 9 a.m. His job involves a lot of client interaction and team interaction. He could leave by 5:30 or 6 p.m., but often he chooses to stay alone until 8 p.m. because they get free dinner credit if they stay past 8. His team is not staying. He does not have extra work to do. He hates cooking, but he's also very choosy with meals. He comes home at 8:30 p.m. and immediately goes into his man cave to unwind. He'll be there for hours. He'll then come out at 11:30 p.m. We'll have our first conversation of the day, and then after 20 to 30 minutes, he'll want to have sex. We only have sex once a month or so because of this. On weekends, he'll spend the entire day either in bed or holed up in his man cave. He will never want to do anything that involves stepping out of the home except on rare occasions. He can be out for 2 hours and be the most wonderful man that I married, but by hour 3, he becomes downright curt to me and embarrassing. I can never have a beach day or a day at the park or a museum date or even a long dinner with him. On Sunday nights, he'll complete all the chores he let pile up into the week. My schedule is pretty straightforward. I get up and go to work before my husband is awake. I come home by 4 p.m. and wrap up any other work at home. I'll clean a bit, do laundry, and make dinner. My friend, who is just a very good friend, lives in the same apartment complex I do, is a great cook. Oh, I swear, I didn't think that said cook. I read that as a completely different word. It is cook. He's a great cook. He and I will often swap recipes and cook together. We end up eating dinner together a lot. We also go on a nice walk after dinner. I do spend more time with my friend because he is close by. He does not have any children, and he has a relatively free schedule and likes activities. I'll talk with my friends and family as well over FaceTime, right? Most of my family is physically far away, but I love them and I love catching up with them. Most of my friends have kids and are busy, so I treasure talking with them as well. On weekends, I'll do my chores. Starting that over. Words are hard. On weekends, I'll do chores, make plans, and then catch up with my friends. This past weekend, I went to a friend's art submission at a state fair. I'll go grocery shopping or I'll drive 10 to 20 minutes for a scenic hike. We live in some of the most beautiful natural areas in the world, and I just love a 2 to 3 hour hike and reaching the peak of a small mountain. I like trying new foods. I like doing new things. I like being with people. I even like babysitting my friend's children. Now he wants me to cut off my friend because he says it's an emotional affair. We have never crossed any boundaries. I don't have any feelings for him, and I don't think he has any feelings for me. If he did, he has never once indicated that. But my husband also doesn't want me to talk on FaceTime with my friends and family because it irritates him. What? He doesn't want me to bring my friend around because they're loud and their kids are loud. What? I'm frustrated and tired of compromising when all I've done is compromise. I can't have dinner parties or host my family or bring friends home. I can't go on vacation because my husband won't go. He will never spend a full day with me. He threatened to kick me out yesterday because of the emotional affair he accused me of having. I'm tired of how he is treating me and how he refuses to take any responsibility for the failure of our marriage. Husband. So Reddit, there you have it. She's blaming everything on me. Am I the astronaut or is she? Here's a few comments. You guys may love each other, but I don't think you're compatible. If you are, you need counseling to get to a healthy place that both people are comfortable in. What you have now isn't working for either of you. Another commenter. To be honest, it sounds like your wife is just bored in a marriage where her husband has no interest in spending time with her or going out and doing activities as a couple. Where is the companionship in this marriage currently? Just because you tend to be introverted, does this mean your wife has to automatically adopt those same characteristics and do nothing at all with her free time? Go spend time with her on a consistent basis, and I bet she has way less time to hang out with her friend. Another comment. So straight up incompatible. So you separate. So she gets her same life without the pressure of on-demand sex. You get your same life, only you have to clean, do laundry, and cook, or pay for all that, and the sex too. Oh, okay, that's the end of that story here. So, to come up and give us some thoughts here, we have the lovely,
The golden bronzed, beautiful Candy Thunder.
You're so sweet. So Tony sent me the story and said, is it good? And I'm like, I read it earlier today, and I love when we get both sides of the story, which we don't do often. We just have to go on what we get. But now we have it. And to me, this guy is 100% emotionally unavailable, but yet gets mad at the fact that his wife is filling up her emotional cup outside of the marriage, because what else is she supposed to fucking do? There's nothing left. Like, I'm an introvert, and I would never dream of putting another human through what he's doing. Like, he has nothing to give. He has no emotion to give. But yet she's not allowed to do anything. To me, this is just complete incompatibility.
Maybe, but they've been married for what, 12 years? Is that what they said? Mm-hmm. They've been married for a long time, so they've made it work to this point. I wonder how long their schedule has been the way it is, and how long he's settled into his grumpy old man ways, which is what I'm going to call it. He settled into something that's really comfortable for him. But here's the deal: like, we both need unwind time. Mm-hmm. I would never make that harmful to our relationship, and neither would you.
No.
I would never stay late for no real good reason. Getting a dinner credit, come on. He's essentially saying that, number one, getting the dinner credit is worth more than time with you.
Yeah.
He's then saying his gaming time or whatever it is, his unwind time is worth more than his relationship with you. Mm-hmm. And then whatever he's doing later on is worth more than his relationship with you. He's just screaming that he doesn't value you over and over and over and over again. So of course you decided to fill up your social cup by engaging with other people. Here's the twist. If we were in this situation and I was doing this to you, and you the way I said it to him, boomed it. If we were in this situation, which we wouldn't be, but hypothetically, let's put ourselves there for just a minute. If we were in this kind of situation, you would not go spend this much time with a dude who was an attractive dude who lived in the same apartment complex that we did, because you would think about how that would affect me or how I would feel about it. She's been damaged enough to where she doesn't care if this affects him.
Exactly. And what I was going to say is replace alone time with alcohol. Because if he's choosing himself over her over and over and over again. So yeah, she tried for 5 years. She tried for 10 years. And at some point, your give a damn is gone. Like, you don't care anymore. And I'm not condoning cheating. I think she should have left. She should not had an emotional affair if she has cheated. I don't know.
Do you think this is an emotional affair? What she's having with the neighbor guy?
I would not do this. I would not hang out with a guy. But I also wouldn't stay in this relationship. So,
right.
But I would not do what she's doing. And I do think that she is wrong for that. But at the same time, like, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, humans thrive on companionship. Whether you think that you need it or not, you do need something to fill your cup. You do need some kind of connection from another human being. And if you're not getting that from your spouse, like, why are you in that relationship? Why does he want to be married to her? He may love her, but it doesn't sound like he likes her because he's choosing himself over her every single time. Like, and she offered to hang out with different friends. And maybe she's doing this to get at him. I don't know.
To try to wake his ass up.
At the same time, like, why do you want to be married to someone that you don't like, that you don't want to spend time with, that you don't want to be with? Because I can be introverted to the fullest, like, as an introvert or extrovert, I feel like you slide along the scale, like wherever you need to be, whatever's happening in your life right now. When I'm at my, like, alone time is a necessity. That alone time does not mean without you.
Boom.
That alone time
means away from other people.
Yes. Like, you are in my circle. Like, you are my person. I would not want to be without you. Like, and so for him to choose that over and over and over again feels like she's not good enough over and over and over again. So I tend to think that he sucks way more than she does.
But she does suck too.
I don't think that I think what she's done is not healthy, but I think that after trying so hard for so long to break through whatever he's got going on, he needs therapy.
Why wouldn't
she's done?
So I think I know why he doesn't leave, because he's got a schedule that works for him, and to this point, he hasn't experienced any pain along with it.
He told us why he would leave.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he got everything he wanted until this, and he has a big problem with this. So this is the first pain he's experiencing with it.
But why is she the only one who has to change? Why doesn't he have to change?
Agreed, but my deal here is that I forget what my deal here is. Completely forget. Sorry, lost it.
I interrupted.
That's great. It's quite all right. I just lost it. Poof.
I think they should get divorced. But his reason for not getting divorced was because it's hard.
I know. Like,
really?
It's like legal and stuff. Man, divorce, man. Divorce, man.
Not because I really love my wife and I want to be with her, and so I'm going to do things that are outside my comfort zone so that I can prove that I love this woman. I just don't want to get divorced because it's going to take up time, and I'd have to go to a courthouse or maybe to an attorney's office, and I don't like to step foot outside my house unless I'm going to my job where I'm going to spend 12 hours a day there and then come home and spend 12 hours a day by myself.
And then I got to spend years convincing someone else I'm not an asshole to get them in this same position where I can only have to talk to them 30 minutes each day and still have sex with them. It's going to take time.
I think this, and we've said this before, love is not enough. You can love somebody.
Yeah.
But you also have to be willing to be in love with that person. And these people are not in love. These people are accepting the fact that they've gotten married and that getting out of this marriage is hard. You know what's even harder? This is harder.
Yeah. What's more painful?
Yeah.
I mean, a divorce would be short-term pain, but living the rest of your life like this is way more pain.
But he gets everything he wants. He gets to be alone. He doesn't have to give anyone any of his emotion that he doesn't have.
But now he's experiencing pain. Because if she's spending time with other people, so he's got a control issue too, because he doesn't want her. She said he doesn't want her talking on FaceTime to her friends or family because it annoys him. Like, he's got a lot of controlling traits here. Now I remember what I was going to ask before, and it segues right into this. I know why he stays. Why does she?
I don't know.
Why does she stay?
Because deep down you love that person and you think that it will change. You think that it will get better, but
Not
After-
magically.
after-
Nobody's putting any
No.
effort to try to make it better. They don't just like magically, wake up one day and you're like, oh, remember those big problems that we've been looking at and talking about for a long time?
Poof.
Yeah, they're all better now. They just disappeared like my train of
Yeah.
thought. Just poof. Well,
yeah.
cool.
But he's still wants to have sex with her every night. And he's like, I've given you 20 minutes of my time. So now I would like for you to return that with sex.
I'd given you 20 minutes. I would appreciate it if you could give me 3.
That's not how it works.
You want to hit the button?
E.
Would love to know.
S-H.
So where do we think hubby was the first guy? So where do we think hubby is on the scale?
Oh.
Where do you think he goes?
At this point, it's not just the behavior of him basically avoiding her and choosing himself over and over again. And there's a lot of talk in chat about him having depression, dealing with the depression. I understand that may be something he's dealing with, especially because he did go through cancer treatments. We don't know how long ago that was. We don't have any information about that at all. If it is depression on his part, it is still on him to not let that destroy his marriage, right? She can't force him. She can't force him to address those things. She can't force him to get help. It is on him to make the decision. So, because there is a large depressive factor in this, I'm not going all the way. I'm going to ask on 2 because he definitely should not be doing what he's doing. It's probably an ask on 1 thing. I'm giving him a little bit of grace here because he went through some really tough shit. Now, the controlling behavior that he's exhibiting, everything else that he's doing is an ask on 1 thing. I'm hoping that the wrapper around all of that is not like truly terrible and evil. It could be. What do you think about him? 1?
He's kind of floating between 1 and 2 for me because I feel like
he's like a taint.
No, it's the part where he expects his introvertness, depression to be the only thing that matters and not the fact that she has other needs that need to be met as well that don't align with the way but that doesn't matter because what she's doing is hurting him but he still wants all of his time. So to me, he seems kind of like a selfish ask on 1. Because he's not willing to put in the work to change. And I say that as someone who put in the work to fucking change. Because if I hadn't, we would not be here. And me putting in the work, also, he put in the work. Like, I started it, but he ran with it. And so we both did the work to make our marriage better.
I don't think it can ever be just on one person, right?
No, it wasn't.
It's got to be you changing as a team, you changing together to make it work. They have to decide that they want to, and neither one of them have to this point.
No, it just feels. I think somebody said it in chat earlier. It's a habit.
Yeah, they're not in love; they're in habit.
Yeah. And this is no way to live. Agreed. You might as well be single, and then she can have fun with her friend who is a guy, and he can have his man cave.
Yeah.
What about her? Where does she end up on the scale?
Well, look, I understand why she's doing what she's doing. Where it crosses the line is, if you're spending almost exclusively your time with a person that is attractive, what she doesn't say it, but apparently, if it is as obvious as OP says it is, then if you're hanging out with an attractive person and eating dinner with them and going on walks and doing a lot of coupley things, maybe it's not even an emotional affair, but it's a habitual affair, right? Because she's doing the activities that she should be doing with her spouse, and maybe she wants to be doing with her spouse with a fill-in. She's got a fluffer. She has a marriage fluffer right now, and that's not fair to anybody. I don't think she's not as big of an asshole as he is because she's not trying to control him, right? She's not trying to do anything like that. I think she's probably a 3. What do you think about her?
Probably gonna get I think she's a 4. I think she could have done it differently.
But not a should have.
No, I think she could have done it.
I understand where you're at.
I feel being with someone like that would be incredibly hard, and to and she still says that she loves her husband and that's why she's with him. And so for me, I feel like she's doing whether she is having an emotional affair or not, she's doing what she feels she has to do to stay in this marriage. Maybe. I don't know.
She's trying to fill up her cup so that she doesn't resent her husband for not filling up her cup.
But I don't agree with it. But
Yeah.
I don't think that she's quite the asshole. Like,
well, and what she
full
says
asshole.
about her compromising, she is compromised at every turn and he is not compromised at all. Right?
That's my feelings, yeah.
I'm with you. Okay.
You were 2v3 and I am 1v4. See, we disagree. And he still has his hand around my waist, mostly just to keep me in frame.
Just keep you in frame, 100%. I mean, I just like holding you too, but in this practical moment, it's to keep you in frame.
Thank you.
We've got a system. We got a system. Her friend is Ascon 3. He's waiting for his opportunity to step in with wifey
I do not
Lilith.
disagree with that.
I don't either. And
I
there's
think
that
he
episode
sees
of
an
New Girl
opportunity.
where the I know
what you're talking about.
what's his Riley or something?
Yeah, with the baby.
The guy with the baby in the
Yes,
in the cardigan.
The guy from the OC.
Yes,
That's all I remember him.
yeah. She's like, "Oh no, we're just friends," and he's like, "I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
I will leave my wife. I'm ready right now."
And
she's
Nick
like,
is like,
she's like, "No, yeah." Nick's like, "Oh."
No, it wasn't Dr. Sam. It was. Oh yeah. It was because
Nick
this
was the fluffer.
This was a different one. He had like the stroller and they.
Yes, I can't remember his name.
Mr. Rogers vibes, but
yeah, he had the curly hair.
yeah, he was in the OC. I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
he was also married.
I know who
too.
you're talking about.
Yeah, but yeah, it was kind of no. The other guy is not married in this story.
In this story, the friend
he's single with
he's
no
a
kids.
single good looking dude with no kids.
Yeah, so I would say he knows what he's doing and he knows what he wants.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would think that if I were in that position as a friend and somebody's wife enjoyed hanging out with me a lot, I'd be having a conversation with the husband and being like, "Hey, I just want to make sure that you understand that we are legitimately just friends. We'd love to have you tag along with us whenever you like, if that makes you more comfortable, blah, blah, blah. I can understand this might make you uneasy, but just no reason for it."
Right.
He did not do that, which is another red flag for me.
Agreed. Okay.
Blah, blah.
Bye, guys.
ESH, Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen.
Always a pleasure. All right. We are at $24.91 to $3K on the W coin goal, which unlocks the next phase of this. However, we are getting close. We're getting close. Emmy, men are rarely interested in platonic friendship. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. It is possible. It's definitely possible. There are plenty of people who go out there and do it, but not easy, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the next story here. Let's get rocking and rolling. Elise says, "LOL, I laughed on the beach. I laughed on the beach live that Candy had the whole frame and still went off to the side of the frame." It's a gift. It's a gift. All right, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story. Oh, sorry. I'm being redirected, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one from AITA is titled, "Am I the astronaut for not going to sleep when my boyfriend wants me to?" Oh, boy. Let me get the poll started for this one. Am I the astronaut for not going to sleep when my boyfriend wants me to? We've hit the controlling partners in relationships portion of the show today, ladies and gentlemen. Is he your babysitter? Bex? I don't know. Apparently. Caden Thunder, you out? Yeah. Take it easy, bro. Bye.
We'll swap it. He's the
Oh, yes. I'm with you.
Yeah, you will go to sleep or I will put you to sleep.
Sergeant Mac. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
You will lay in bed and you will stare at the ceiling. You will not get your phone out.
You should be there. You would last 5 seconds.
I would grab my phone and be like,
You'd throw your phone at me. That's what would happen. With the screen on. Be blinded and with a goose egg. 86% going NTA here. Let's find out how right we are. I'm going NTA on this as well. Okay, me, female 23, and my boyfriend, male 25, have lived together for 4 years. He has work early in the morning, which means he goes to bed between 8 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. He's had this schedule for the 4 years we've lived together, and until recently, I've went to bed with him at that time every night, even if I didn't want to. Since I don't have work until later in the day, I stay up late like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. But him wanting me to lay down with him when he has to go to bed just means that I have to sit on my phone in bed for hours until I'm tired enough to fall asleep. I can't really do anything else in the room because he wakes up easy. Sometimes, if I was in the middle of doing something and it was time for him to go to bed, he would ask me to hurry up or stop doing it. I would just go with him, but it started getting upsetting when I would have my sister come visit for a few weeks or try to make plans with friends, and he would still ask me to go lay down with him. A year ago, we got into an argument about it because I was getting frustrated that my days have to end so early, even though there's still stuff I want to do. He says he falls asleep easier if I'm in bed with him. After the argument, he wouldn't really ask me to go to bed with him as much, but would just do a sad sigh if I was going to stay up and do stuff. Now, recently, he's been forcing himself to stay up if I say I'm going to stay up, which just makes me feel guilty, and then I just end up going to bed with him. He already only gets like 6 hours of sleep on work nights because of his work schedule, so I feel bad. We also recently moved into a new house that has a bathroom connected and facing the bedroom with no door, so if the light is on in there, it lights up the room. I've been brushing my teeth and doing my skincare in the dark since we moved in, so I don't wake him. A few weeks ago, I needed the light on so I could tweeze my eyebrows really quickly because I had an event the next day and had forgotten to earlier in the day. He woke up like 20 seconds later and walked in and said, "Seriously?" Really frustrated. I got upset because of his reaction and that I can't do things I want to in my own home. We got into an argument and he said he wasn't even that mad until he realized that I was mad about it. He said it was ridiculous that I was mad about him reacting that way. We ended up putting curtains to resolve it. I feel bad that his schedule is so hard and he probably just wants to spend time with me, but it's getting annoying laying in bed for hours before actually sleeping and not being able to do anything past 8 p.m. I tried to just go to sleep earlier, but it ends up making me a lot more tired during my workday if I wake up really early. I'm trying to understand how he feels, but it's getting frustrated. So, am I the astronaut for not going to bed with him? Edit. While laying down with him for a little before bed is a good idea. We have a dog with a back injury that can't be alone, so I would have to carry him up and down the stairs twice, and I prefer not to do that any more than I have to because of risks of falling with him in my arms. Okay, well, damn it. That was going to be my recommendation is, the compromise here on your part could be, not should be, but could be, I'll lay down with you for 15 minutes until you pass out, and then I'm up, and I'm going to go do what I need to do. We have utilized that method before, and it does work. And then you get your time. Now, the whole, him waking really easy is a him problem, right? Really, all of this is a him problem, and you can't, he can't hold you hostage. He can't hold the entire house hostage because he's sleeping in one little area. If he wakes up easy because of sound, get some noise-canceling headphones or a sound machine. Hatch Sleep has a really good one. We use it. It's great. Check it out, brozo. If he wakes up really easy because any kind of light intrusion wakes him, get a sleep mask. There are things he can do to hedge against the risk of him waking up because of X little things, but those are on him. He has to understand that he cannot hold you hostage and hold the entire space hostage because he's going to sleep. That's not how it works. It's extremely controlling. And the fact that you've gone along with it to this point, his whole if you're going to stay up, I'll stay up too. Yeah. How long are you going to be? That's a guilt trip. That's bullshit. That's just a play. He's using that against you. He's using that to further control you because he knows he can guilt you into thinking, oh, well, I don't want you to stay up. And if you're going to stay up because I'm staying up, then I'll just go to bed. He won. This is a him problem, though. Hey, Michelle Heather saw the Here We Go earlier, by the way, as well. Thank you so much for that. Dropping 102 of those coins. JLo 06, Shan, Mama T. JLo dropping a whole lot more there. Pirate Pops dropping a hundo. Lisa, Michelle Heather, Candy Thunder, Sally, Nicole Miller, Jill, Kara Barr, J-Lo, Chrissy Joe, Janice 2014, Wonderfully Wonky, Jenny on the Block, Izzy Bear, Mariah Brill, Bella, thank you all so much. Amy D, see you there as well. Sasha Sampson, Denise Bustard, thank you. If there's a door in the bathroom, close the bathroom door. They said it didn't have one. They got a curtain to solve that problem. But look, I mean, instead of trying to dampen the light at every source, dampen the light over his eyes. Like, he can wear a sleep mask. He can get a sound machine. He can do a lot of things that eliminate these problems that are him problems. I get it. You're trying to be accommodating, but damn. Vita says he's got to figure out how to go to sleep alone. And why does she need to solve all the problems? Annoying. Yeah, it's a him thing. He's got to figure out how to do this. Like, heaven forbid you ever have to go on a trip or something. How's he going to sleep? How's he going to do it? Get him a body pillow and spray your perfume on it. I don't know. There's plenty of things that he can do to hedge against this. But man, it can't all be on you. Hey, Lady Tigress, thanks so much for the love. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Kristen, Steffi, thanks for the love. Callie Girl, Dana Mac, Aunt Sue, L with the leopard, which is just the most adorable thing I've ever seen. It was a wee little baby leopard. So oh, Candy Thunder missed it. Did you see it?
I just saw the
She's excited. She's very excited about that one. And we hit the goal here, folks. We hit it right on the nose at 5 p.m. What are we going to do about that, Tony Spark? I said, we just hit the goal right at 5 p.m. What are we going to do about that? We segueing, rolling it in.
It's a spicy story.
What are you talking about, the story? Love.
Yes, you would knock off
And scene. Okay, well, you guys just unlocked this story, so we're going to read it. By golly. Let me get some music rocking. I'm going to thank y'all. If I can get a save on the list of thankers here. Hey, Bay Fox, it changed to 2 by a name. Are you 2 months in? Is that accurate? Because that's been a little bit glitchy. Hey, Holly Elizabeth, Steffi, L, Kristen, Kelly Girl, Dana Mac. In no particular order. There we go.
In no particular order.
We have Sue Ann, Kathy, Kristen Gouillon. I have to say it like that. Iveta Maria, Just Heather, Sasha Sampson, 10th anniversary of Mama Says So. 118. Michelle Heather, Pirate Pups, Sun Smile, Candy Thunder, I Am Jill, Janice C, Bella Teresa, AMW 1983, Reindeer Glasses, Anise Moon, Jenny the Block, Heather Sayer, Laura Litzel, The Chicken Tender, Junie B. Jones. We've got J. June Toonin, Candy Heart, TJ. Is it TLJ? So small. TLJ 63. We've got Ms. Minx, C. Sizzle, Opal, Lady of Poison, AK Mary, E.T. Johnson, Friendly Neighborhood Tim, Roos Views, Bailey Chapman, Alexandra Lopez, Mama Silver, Tony Spark, T. Hef 90, Brandy Hicks Davis. We've got Houseplant in the, it won't show me the rest there, sorry. George Nicely, Rebecca F5, Mariah Janae Zuniga, Jane Owen, Effulgent One, Carrie Ann, Maddie Pitt, Bad Bitch Bree, Sarah S. Officially, Denise Burkhardt, sorry, Skittles Mad, Animal 792, Shan Loves to Read, Hoorn 2010, Wendy Taylor, Overkill Milk, Carrie Riggin, Jerry Lee Go Forth, Ms. No, Jelly 55, Hannah H. Louise, Brittany 5501, Madam Maeve, Eddie Nicole, Ryan Klaus, Shori, Q in Lean, Queen Ling, is that how it goes? Yeah. Candy, CLKB, Crazy Kershaw. We've got TJ Engelbrecht. Did I get it? Violet Green. We've got Rocket Lass, Anna Donovan, starting at 48, and Karina B. Martins. That might be the biggest list of names that I have read since starting this stream as like gifters for one gift goal. Holy crap. Thank you all so much. Y'all are amazing. I'm going to throw up a just because here to take us out while we read this last story. And then we'll dive in. You guys are amazing. I can't wrap my brain around how many names I just read. That is amazing. Also, you've unlocked Caden Thunder. He is not. He has already left for the day. We will get you an appearance with him to open up the next stream, or okay, we're gonna get him to come on at the beginning of the next stream that we do. So here's a just because one, throwing it up there. 5K both for rock and roll. Also, you guys hit the likes goal. Look at you go. Would you just look at you go? I am touched. Also, our top 3 right now on the TikTok side, Bailey Chapman, Opal, and Michelle Heather. Heck yeah, Bailey Chapman running hard today. Thank you so much. All right, let's do it. This is a cake story. I'm sorry, spicy story? What am I reading? Spicy? Ooh, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you, but this one's one of these.
It's a spicy story.
Muy caliente. All right. Title of this story is, Am I the Astronaut to Divorce My Husband and Leave Him with the Kid After Finding Out I'm Not Biologically the Mom? What?
That's why we picked it.
Whoa. What?
That look right
Okay, we're going to start the poll. Not the poll vault, just a text poll starting right now. Here we go. Poll has started. Am I the astronaut to divorce my husband and leave him with the kid after finding out I'm not biologically the mom? I don't understand what's happening.
While we're voting, Frankie J's mama said spicy meatballs, and I feel like that needs to be the new term.
A spicy meatballs.
Is it 1 meatball or 2 meatballs?
How many spicy meatballs will be a part of the rating here? One day, children everywhere will thank me. Chef Boyardee. Old Chef Boyardee commercial. Sorry. IVF mess up? Maybe, but I mean, let's IDFK. That's my vote. IDFK.
I don't fucking know.
Surrogate? Ooh, could be a surrogate thing. I mean, if it was an IVF mix-up thing, I wouldn't think that she'd be leaving him because of that. If it's a surrogate thing where he, surrogated her, then yes, I could see that being an issue. 51% of voters went NTA on this on the TikTok side. We got some. Oh, I thought I saw an ESH. Oh, yeah, Jen Thompson on the YouTube side saying ESH here as well, and that could be the case here. Yeah, husband sleeping with the surrogate is the most logical explanation at this point, but we'll find out. I can't believe my life has come to this. All I ever do is go out of my way to help others, but on the few occasions I need help, nobody ever comes through for me. I, 36 female, have been with my husband, 35 male, for a total of almost 10 years, married for 7. We had what I thought was my child by surrogate over 2 years ago, because after 4 years of trying to conceive with no success despite medical interventions, it turns out I am unable to carry a child to term. I have always wanted to be a mom. Devastated is an understatement regarding how I felt when I found out I have a medical condition that would make it nearly impossible to carry a baby to term. It was even more upsetting when I had to get major surgery to remove uterine growths with the hope to increase fertility, and complications during surgery warranted a partial hysterectomy involving removal of my uterus only. I still had my ovaries, so we started looking into cost of a surrogate. It is really expensive. My close friend since college, who'd already had 2 kids of her own, offered to serve as the surrogate for us to cut down on costs. After 2 disappointing IVF sessions that did not result in pregnancy, she became pregnant on the 3rd try and carried a boy to term for us. I was so happy and busy after the birth between being a mom and returning to work after a 4-week parental leave, so I didn't notice any warning signs. Also, Michelle Heather with the flower overflow saw it. Thanks so much. Very cool. I should have noticed the red flags and warning signs early on, but I did not because I was so exhausted from working so much at my stressful job and 2 part-time jobs to cover most of the bills and anticipated medical and legal costs associated with this friend becoming our surrogate. I was the primary breadwinner. Damn. My friend and my husband started talking more, and I would sometimes come home from my weekend job to find her already hanging out at our house when my husband was there. I chalked it up as innocuous, and it's good for her to know my husband better since she was in the process of hopefully carrying our child for us. I was grateful to have someone helping us have a child. I also thought it weird that our son has brown eyes when both of us have blue. Then I found out that while this is uncommon, it's possible sometimes due to many genes controlling eye color. Recently, it all came to a head when I took our son to a doctor's appointment, and they did a metabolic panel and blood test, which showed that he had a blood type that is not biologically possible to have with me as his mother. He's B positive, I'm A positive, husband is O positive. Immediately, I started worrying it was the fertility clinic's fault and that they'd messed up and implanted the wrong embryo. I started lining up lawyer consultations to possibly sue the clinic and looked into having a DNA parentage test done. The test results show that I'm not the mother, but my husband still is the father. I was heartbroken and angrier than ever. Talked to lawyers about medical malpractice in the fertility clinic we'd used. Then my husband confessed that he'd slept with my friend, our surrogate, on a few different occasions during our struggle to have her get pregnant with our embryos. Holy shit. You know what? Okay, it's not the end, but I got to interject here because he waited until she had talked to multiple lawyers about suing the gosh heckin' IVF clinic before he's like, oh, I mean, it could be because it could be. I just thought of this. I forgot, but I just remembered it could be because, yeah. This means what I thought was our son conceived by IVF and carried with the surrogate isn't my son at all and was in fact conceived the old-fashioned way, which I can't ever do. Livid and absolutely broken at the same time doesn't even begin to describe how I feel. I have been breaking down into crying spells over and over again about this. He claims he didn't ever think pregnancy could result because he pulled out, and he had always assumed that he was the reason from our earlier struggles to conceive, both before my hysterectomy and during the IVF insemination process with his friend. This friend, not his friend. I felt an immediate triple betrayal from what was supposed to be my husband, my friend, and now knowing my child isn't even really mine. I had such white-hot rage and delirium, I immediately left home and am staying in a hotel for almost a week. I immediately left home and stayed at a hotel for almost a week before asking my parents to let me stay at home for a while. I admit I left our son with him. I'm now filing for divorce because he cheated and betrayed me in the worst possible way. I have also cut off my friendship with my friend, the surrogate, and feel afraid to trust anyone else now. I have seen a divorce lawyer to see about giving up my legal rights to this kid so I don't have to face such betrayal or owe child support. My husband and friend/surrogate admit they were wrong and keep apologizing, but also called me immature and heartless to just give up on my son like that. My parents also say I can't just give up on a kid like that when I went through so many legal and medical hoops to have him. When I told them I refused to stay in a cheater marriage and I'd rather adopt someday with a better, more trustworthy partner, they also told me that I was wrong and that maintaining my parental rights isn't much different than if I adopted outright. They said it isn't blood that makes a family. They are all about my divorcing my cheater husband, but keep telling me I'm making a mistake giving up my parental rights. Some of my other friends agree with what I'm doing. A few admitted they weren't big enough to swallow pride and care for an affair baby, or to see daily reminders of my friend/surrogate's betrayal every time I looked at her son. I just want a clean break and a fresh start. I'm also looking at relocating several states away. AITA to give up my parental rights in the divorce because a kid I paid a lot of money to have, born by surrogacy, isn't biologically mine at all, but the surrogates. Too long don't read. I recently found out that a son that my husband and I had born to a surrogate, since I'm infertile, is biologically, words are freaking hard. I'm so sorry. We're going to do this because it's official now. I screwed up 30 times in a row. We get the words are hard button. And then I'll go back to this. TLDR. I recently found out that a son that my husband and I had born to a surrogate, since I'm infertile, is biologically my husband's kid, but not mine. My husband confessed that he slept with my friend, who served as surrogate, during the long IVF process, so the kid is actually conceived of an affair between my husband and friend/surrogate. I'm filing for divorce and looking to give up my parental rights so I can move away to get a clean break from the whole situation without having to owe child support for a kid that's not mine. Some friends agree with my plan, but my husband and parents think I'm in the wrong to just cut off a kid I raised for 2 years. Okay, so that's a part I've been waiting for. It's also the end of the story. This kid's 2? This kid's 2 years old. I mean, look. If this child was like still a wee little baby, and there's only, I understand what you're feeling right now, but this kid's 2, and there's been a humanity switch flipped because the only way that you could not, like, it doesn't matter. Like right now, Navy's 3. I don't care. Who Navy, if we found out someday that she was born by someone else and, like IVF messed up, it wouldn't matter because she's our daughter and we love her. So to not have that part after 2 years is deeply concerning. Maybe it's like the trauma has just flipped the humanity switch and now like that part hasn't set in yet. Maybe reality hasn't set in yet, but it's enough for her to walk away right now, which is deeply concerning. I think if he was much younger, if this kid was much younger, my question would be, look, is the friend / surrogate interested in becoming mother figure? Is she already kind of moving in that direction? Like, what's the story there? Because if you kept this up, now knowing what you know, there is the risk that someday she's like, hi, I'm actually mommy, and tries to just boot you out and then take your husband, and then you're in a freaking mess, right? You've got, I don't know. That's the only way where I could look at this and be like, that sort of makes sense. And that would be if this baby was like brand spanking new. 2 years old. I don't understand. I don't understand how someone could be capable of that. I understand you've been hurt, but I don't understand like how the bond that you have built with your child after 2 years isn't strong enough to prevent this from happening. That's concerning. I know the baby is a constant reminder of the betrayal, but for the past 2 years, he hasn't been. And for the past 2 years, OP has been this child's mom, and like that it doesn't just go away. You don't flip a switch and that all just disappears. Whether OP wants to believe that or not, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't just disappear. I understand there's going to be a struggle. I understand it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying that it is going to be easy, but it's also not impossible for a child that you already love to keep loving them in spite of where they came from. It's tough. I mean, I understand this is a Kobayashi Maru, right? It's a lose-lose. There's no situation where OP wins here at all. I mean, if she walks, she destroys this bond, and I think this is one of those Horcrux moments where you actually split your soul. Either way, like you get a fracture in your soul, regardless of what you do here. If you walk away from this child that you spent 2 years being a mother to, you get a fracture in your soul. If you stay and you get the constant reminder of this every day for the rest of your life, you get a fracture in your soul for that too. There's no win here. This is Kobayashi Maru for OP. I couldn't do it. I couldn't walk away. I just couldn't freaking do it. I understand why she's at where she's at. Yeah, adopting a baby is very different from raising your husband's affair baby. And if that was something she found out way early on, I could understand this a lot more. It's the 2 years thing where I'm like, damn, and it's not a sunk cost fallacy because it's more about the bond strength after that time, not the amount of time that has been invested here. Candy Thunder, are you pasting additional comments in? Okay. We're checking on some additional comments here. You think she'd regret it down the line? She could regret it down the line no matter which way she goes here. I think that's why it's a Kobayashi Maru. There's no win. Hey, Gigi, Diana C, Anthony, Gigi again there, Rhonda, Partolo, Allie, Izzy Bear, Kim G, Twisted Fun. Thanks so much. Crocus. Karen Kaufman, Jasmine, Crocus again there. I'm certain that I'm screwing that name up. I'm so sorry. Crispy Bacon, Rebecca Barrett, Sasha Sampson, Mandala Will, Rhonda Partolo. Thanks so much for the love. Kristen Fleury Stevens. Thank you. Oh, pasting some comments in right now. ESH stands for everybody sucks here. Everybody sucks. Surrogate had 2 kids already. Where is her husband? Oh, good question. Yeah, Lilith, I understand that. deep pain now that will heal in time, or suffer in constant pain for the rest of your life. So it's the first part of that I don't buy.
It's the equivalent of losing your child.
Yeah, it would be the equivalent of just losing your 2-year-old child. I don't think that kind of deep pain will ever heal. I think that is trauma, right? And that's going to stick with you forever. I don't think there's a way to get over it. Are you done pasting stuff in?
I mean, that's just one comment.
Okay, well, let's go and read this one. We have freshly found a comment in the story here. Here's a comment from OP. He actually had the audacity to claim that my depression and obsession with pregnancy and having a kid pushed him away. He also said he felt deprived of affection because I was working so much, even though I was the primary breadwinner and the only responsible spouse keeping up with the bills. If I hadn't taken on extra work, he would not have stepped up, and the loan I took out to pay for uncovered medical expenses, especially IVF, would have gone unpaid. I don't know for sure if it was unprotected or not. I'm assuming it was, but he did make a ridiculous statement that he didn't think anything like this would happen because he thought maybe he was part of the problem with our lack of conception. It is absolutely ridiculous to say this because if he was the problem causing the infertility, then they would have never been able to form viable embryos from him and I. I think he said this as a lame excuse. Anyone with half a brain would know not to have relations with a surrogate during the IVF wait period, and more importantly, why would any respectful husband want to anyway? Another comment here says, NTA, leave your husband, friend, and kid. They can play family themselves since that is clearly what they wanted when they started fucking. They can take care of the kid. You can take care of you first. OP's response, there's a real chance that my husband might actually end up becoming a single dad. I don't know how or if the supposed friend who is supposed to be our surrogate would have. She already has 2 kids from a previous relationship who are older. She said before that she was done having kids of her own, which is why she was okay with serving as a surrogate since it would mean helping out, but not having to take responsibility of raising a kid. I don't know how she feels really because I haven't talked to her and I do not want to talk to her. The one time I contacted her after my husband confessed, I admit I exploded on her. So did he, by the way. And she hung up on me a few minutes later. Okay.
I got one more.
Oh, he's got one more comment. It would take, Donnie Thompson, it would take a strong person to see past and raise that baby. Agreed. It definitely would. Sorry. Couldn't help it. Candy Thunder didn't catch it. Pretend like it didn't happen. I forget. Hi. Love you. I did nothing. Baby's brown eyes will be a constant reminder. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's no win here. There's absolutely no winning here. Okay, so here's another comment in response. A commenter says, you raised that baby though. Don't you have some love for it? I guess you're mad, but don't take it out on the child. That's so sad. It loves you, and you're the only mommy it knows. Edit to clarify, I think your NTA and your husband and friend are huge pieces of shit. It's just a sad situation. I can't help but think of the baby. I'm a softie. I totally get where you're coming from, though. Do what's best for you. OP's response, I keep vacillating back and forth on this. I have grown to love him, but at the same time, it angers me so much looking at him and seeing the resemblance of the girl who was supposed to be my friend. I mentioned before that his eyes are brown. Now that I know the truth, I keep noticing more and more resemblances. I worry that I will take my anger out on him. I don't feel I'm the safest person to be around him right now with everything going on. Okay, I understand it. I get it. I understand everything that she's saying, but the most important part of that statement to me is right now. I understand you feel that way right now. I get that. It is, but this is a forever decision. This is not a right now decision. This is a forever decision. It's terrible. And it's a Kobayashi Maru. Again, this is a lose-lose. There is no win for OP here. It is what would keep me from being able to walk away from this child is the right now part of that, knowing that yeah. But to her point, not the right now, but the forever part of it is that resentment based on appearance that gets triggered every time she looks at him. Yeah, she could end up treating him like shit uncontrollably. I don't know. It's a Kobayashi Maru. I don't think there is no win. There is no right decision here. Everything is fucked. Everything is fucked. That's where it's at. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Wendy Taylor, it takes a strong woman to admit that the baby isn't safe around here. Yeah, I agreed. And to have the emotional wisdom to be able to say, like, I am afraid. I respect it. I respect that. But again, it's a right now thing. But I don't know. Panic moonwalk out of this shit. Nope. Hashtag nope. Hashtag IDFK. Hashtag super uncomfortable. My goodness. All right, we're going to go ahead and... Were you trying to say something?
Oh, I just think people need to legally ask surrogates to sign away their rights.
Yes. Okay, so yeah. Candy Thunder's point here was that surrogates have to legally sign away the rights of the child to make sure that they can perform their function as a surrogate. So OP has a legal right to this child already. Right. It's you think your life is fucked. It ain't that fucked. I hope. My goodness. Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Glad to be back. I'd love to still be at the beach. I'm not gonna lie, but happy to be back in the normal setup, having fun with you all on a normal Wednesday stream here and having a hell of a time. It is always a blast hanging out with you, and I appreciate every single one of you. Lilith, I understand. She did not say that she saw an end to that. She also did not explicitly say she felt like it would be that way forever. So, yep. Therapy for everybody. You get therapy. You get therapy. You get therapy. Everybody getting therapy. And for Brozo Hubby here, who really, I mean, yes, the friend is equally as shitty, but Brozo Hubby here, who now is going to be single dadding it for a while, is going to have a really hard time, like, finding someone who is willing to have a relationship with him and get involved here. And you know, the poor kid, I don't know. Fuckery. All right, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Always fun. Glad you were here. We'll be on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. I'm actually going to find my outro notes here. Watch this. Next stream will be a multi-stream, which will be Sunday, August 11th at 9 p.m., where we'll be streaming on TikTok and YouTube. The next Wednesday stream will be our special 2-year channelversary celebration. And that's going to be August 14th on TikTok and YouTube, starting at 3 p.m. next Wednesday. Celebrating 2 years of the Dusty Thunder channel. Holy crap. You definitely don't want to miss that. We're already working on a lot of fun stuff for it. Be sure to subscribe on the YouTube side and check it out if you have not already. You're going to find the latest of everything there, including all the lives, compilations, the Dusty Thunder podcast episodes, Thunder and Spark, Piano Man, and a bunch of YouTube exclusive content as well. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll see you on VIP here in 10 to 15 minutes, all right? See you next time. Have an Ask Not free week, or try to. Bye, guys.